I heard all the chatter.
Yo, that ass talk like I'm biased. Where's the stock drop list? Who on the stock drop list? Who on the stock drop list?
I read all the messages. When everybody wants something, what do? You deliver.
What up, King? Streets need a body, homie. Bring that stock drop list out.
Well. Welcome to the 2024 stock drop list, man. Before I get started, man, I want to thank everybody that's watching this video. It's your numerous tweets, it's your numerous DMs, it's your numerous messages that caused me to do this list, man. You know, when my computer crashed, I thought about not doing this list. I thought about, do I really want to like stir up a whole bunch of controversy? And it was your numerous requests that kept this series alive, man. Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? Do y'all hear that? This is the calm before the storm. Everybody wants you to be nice. Everybody wants you to do the right thing.
It's always do the right thing. Do the right. I don't want to do the right thing. Yeah, I'm on for shit.
If you are on this list, you deserve to be on this list. If you are on this list, then you got to do better. If you are on this list, I don't want to hear no whine, and don't get in my DMs. We ain't been talking before, and we don't need to talk now.
Hold up, bro. It's almost May. Chris, are you going to drop the stock drop list so we know what ballots are falling off? Pull your ass over on the side of the road and drop this blog. You created this lane, bro. You can't be slacking like this. We waiting. Hey, from the fuck up, I'm out.
I don't care about y'all being in y'all feelings, man. This is the stock drop list where we spare no feelings. You might want to get your popcorn, get you a soda, get you some pizza, get you some wings. This is going to be a very long blog, man. Might be the longest stock drop list I ever did, man. A very long blog. And I'm not going to hold y'all any longer. Stock drop list coming at you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Same nigga since day one. Same hitters, painkillers be the main source. Get my youngin' off a perk, he be quick to knock you down. Got his, Take your time. Get my nigga off a perk.
At the end of the day, if something don't recoup its value and ain't no ROI on the investment, then, you know what I mean, it's not going to make sense. They not going to get the opportunity, not from me.
Yo, what up, man? ChrisUnbias checking back in, man. Back with a blog, man. Welcome to the stock drop list, man. There's going to be an honorable mention, and there's going to be a top 5, man. Honorable mention number 1. This dude right here, I never really had a real issue with, man. It kind of hurt me, my heart, to put him on the list. But I ain't got no picks for these niggas on this list. If you are on this list, you are deserving. And to an untrained eye, it might have looked like you actually had a pretty good year. John the Don. What happened to you, John? Hey, man, cut the bullshit, man. Is that baby yours or what?
Take care of your kid for a nigga. You wondering why they calling nothing then daddy? Because you won't be a daddy. Go be a daddy, nigga.
No, I was fucking with John. And then I started fucking with Cal. Because Cal and John knew about each other. I told them about each other. This is what it was. And they was going. That was the only reason why I came here. I contacted him for 11 months prior to coming to the internet. Every month it was like, hey, John, I know that this is premature because I'm pregnant, but X, Y, and Z. And then afterwards, it was like, okay, our daughter is here. We need to figure something out. Is it possible that we can figure something out? And then I contacted his family and said, okay, well, I think John is deciding not to be here for our baby because of X, Y, and Z. And I just want to give you guys the opportunity to still be here for her. And I still got nothing.
You got you smashing this girl. You got Calico smashing this girl. So you met the girl first. Then you was cool with Calico talking to her. He ended up smashing as well. And then you tried to spin the block, and then both of y'all was smashing her, and then you got her pregnant, and I think Calico went and got a paternity test, so it ain't his, so now it's all on you. So let me get this straight. You smashing this girl, but she got Tyranio tattooed on her shoulder? John, you a different kind of light-skinned nigga, man. I ain't really met no light-skinned nigga like you. I mean, you a different kind of light-skinned nigga. That's your own personal business, and that's not why you on the stock drop list. I said, to an untrained eye, it might look like you had a good year. Luckily, my eyes are not untrained, John. You battled Frack, arguably won that battle. You battled Coffee Brown, arguably won that battle. You battled Calico, arguably won that battle.
Ain't your OnlyFans popping? You get naked on the cam still, and you do real estate, property, and land deals, battle rapping, gangbangers. Bitch ain't got no damn chill. That's good you got motion. Now let's see if you can stand still. This is a man's film.
You actually had a pretty good year with your battles. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep it real. But when you dig deeper into the analytics, you really been frauding. Let's start with Cassidy. You were supposed to battle Cassidy. He no-shows the battle. You don't want to communicate with Cassidy throughout the event because you just want to focus on battle rap. You found a venue first. You found a venue that held 1,800 people, and you thought, who can I get to fill up an 1,800 seat venue? And you chose Cassidy. But you really don't have no respect for Cassidy, don't think he's good at all, and don't really want to battle the nigga like that. You just really wanted to sell tickets and try to make money on an event. You didn't really book Cassidy because you actually thought he was talented. So because of that, your whole marketing plan was off.
This battle, what made you be like, out of all the people that I could get for my in-game battle, I want to go at Cassidy?
It's a different play at hand here. Like, it's a different deal on the table. Cassidy, you know, he gonna bring the eyes and bring the attention. So with this particular deal, Cassidy is the perfect name for what's about to happen. At the venue domain, crazy, the old opera, craziest shit in Atlanta, and it just came together. It just made sense. So what's going on?
So
it wasn't for competition purposes. I'm gonna tell you that. It wasn't for competition purposes. I'm gonna tell you that.
And then recently you posted on Twitter, this nigga Cassidy really ducked me. Cassidy didn't duck you, bro. He finessed you. And the sooner you realize that, the better off you'll be. He finessed you. You tearing down Cassidy, saying he trash, saying he can't rap, saying all this, but you're actually the league owner as well. And as a league owner, you have to promote the event. It's only as a battle rapper that you tear the event down. As a league owner, you have to build the event up. You have to build up the opponent and say stuff like, damn, I think Cassie and John would be a great battle. But you was in battle rap mode. You tearing the event down, tearing Cassidy down, and then you surprised Cassidy didn't want to do the battle. Now, add that to the fact that you raised ticket prices the day of the event, caught a lot of backlash, and then dropped ticket prices. You really fucked this event up. But it even goes deeper than that, John. Where are the battles? Where are the battles? You ain't dropped not one battle for Endgame. Not Jazz and Shay-Rack, not Loso and Serious Jones, not Clone and Tay-Rock, Bad News and T-Rex. Where the battles at, John? A little birdie told me you ain't dropped the battles because you actually ain't paid the artist from the event yet.
I know damn well you lying. You need to go back in the house with that.
Bro, you can't be out here throwing battle rap events and you don't have no fucking money to pay the niggas. So it's niggas that actually battle on his card. Danny Myers, Loso, Serious Jones, T-Rex. You ain't paid all these niggas they bread back. And I would give you a pass. I'd be like, well, you know, Cassie didn't show up. You couldn't sell your tickets. So of course you probably don't have all the money. But this is not the first time you did this, John. You also did an event with Mr. Fab. And you didn't drop none of them battles either. Vixen versus Yoshi G. Where the battle at?
Vixen battle was great. I need y'all tell John to drop that shit. Like, what the fuck?
Drop that, John. Yeah.
I want to say so much, but I'm being political. But I want to say so much.
Look, what you mean? You don't got to insult anybody to speak your mind. You don't got to insult anybody to speak your mind.
I would have to insult somebody to speak my mind in regards to that bullpen event and the way things have played out with that bullpen event. And I'm just, John, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. I know you got a battle coming. I don't want to put nothing out there in the air, but John, you know what the fuck I'm talking about, and you know that you know.
Are we saying?
I'm gonna say every league doesn't move the same way. And the reason why I haven't been on small leagues for a while is because I like the security that comes with the big leagues. I know when I'm done rapping, I'm gonna get my money.
Even you versus Mr. Fab, where the battle at? There was drama with the card. It was supposed to be Calico and Paz, and then Calico was saying that he didn't get his plane ticket and all this kind of stuff. It was supposed to be Charlie Clips and Rum Nitty in a rematch, and everybody didn't get everything right and get their money situated right. Where the battles at? You ain't gonna be able to keep blaming everybody else and not yourself. Oh, it's Mr. Fab fault. And the culture accepted that at first. Like, yeah, it's Mr. Fab. Maybe he was handling the money situation. You the battle rap nigga though. All I ever hear you sit in spaces and say on all the ways that you can fix battle rap. We just gotta get people to support the pay-per-views. We just gotta get people to do this. There's too much negativity in battle rap. If we just focus on the positive, we'll be straight. If we just supported each other, we'll be straight. You got a lot of janky promotions going on behind the scenes. One round events that you not telling nobody. Mr. Fab shit going on where the money ain't right. Cassidy event where the money ain't right. And ballers are not getting paid. And at the end of the day, you are the staple in this culture, not Mr. Fab. We don't give a fuck about Mr. Fab. You are the staple in this culture. You not gonna keep getting no pass. You not gonna keep getting no pass from Unbiased. You can sit in these spaces with these old cake ass niggas and they can tell you what a great league owner you are. And I do think you're a great league owner, but we not gonna act like you ain't been on some bullshit, whether it was your fault or not. Add the fact that the 25K on the ground, you just went alone. You can't continue to be a yes man. So if Mr. Fab don't got the money, you need to be vetting that situation and finding out, do he really got the money? Cassidy event. Can I still pay artists if Cassidy don't show up? Is everything depending on ticket sales? Do I got a little bit of money stashed? Why is Yoshi airing me out saying she ain't get her money? You got a lot of stuff going on, and all I ever hear you do is push a lot of fucking blame. But this is the stock drop list, John, and the blame shit stop right here. Where the battles at? Where are the battles at? Then you bring this mayor in. You got this mayor. He got all this bread. You giving D.I. the Henny Man 5,000-10,000 for freestyles, Gwitty 20,000 extra for his battles. You got niggas you gotta pay. You got niggas that you owe money to right now. And you just giving away the mayor money. You should have been stashing that money to the side. I've done plenty of blog entitled Don't Abuse the Plug. You get another plug in battle rap and you just tricking this nigga off. You got him just spending hella bread. I mean, shit, I probably could have went to the event and breakdanced in front of the nigga. He might have gave me 5,000. You got a lot of BS going on. And that's why when the money dry up, you could have just kind of stashed the mayor money in order to make other stuff happen. But what you trying to do is not put the battles out. Cause niggas then basically said, yo, if you ain't gonna pay me, then don't drop my battle. That's what battlers are telling you, John. If you are not going to pay me my money, don't drop the battle and try to make money on your channel. That's what they telling you. That's why the battles ain't came out. Now I see you in spaces want to air out a whole bunch of other BS. Why you ain't explaining why these battles ain't out though? That's what I'm trying to figure out why you ain't explaining why these battles ain't come out. You got battles from 2023 and they ain't even dropped. Where's Yoshi and Vixen? They battled in 2023. John, it's 2025, my guy. Where the battles?
What? Why? You're part of the problem. You're part of the problem.
Yoshi bragging online talking about I got a YouTube drop. She was battling on the app. I got a YouTube drop with Vixen. You ain't even put the battle out. But that's also not why you on the stock drop list. See, when you dig deeper into that Calico battle, you didn't really want to battle Calico, bro. You just wanted to have a dick pulling contest because y'all were both fucking the same bitch. So all you really wanted to do was beat the nigga because you wasn't beating him in the bedroom, apparently, because she fucking this nigga and tattooed this nigga on the shoulder. You just wanted to beat him in a battle. And then gonna have the nerve to have an NDA that the girl can't get talked about in a battle. So I'm trying to figure out something. Why you doing interviews talking about you beat Calico and you won the battle?
John Jock want the body of the night?
I'll take it. Sorry, Cal.
The body of the night?
Let me explain something to you, bro. If a nigga is fucking your bitch, you ain't never won a battle.
Dummy!
You think you can win a battle if another nigga is fucking your bitch? No, 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 no. Ain't gonna be no winning no battles, man. Look here, John. Let me tell you something, man. Calico didn't care nothing about that battle, bro. He took the mayor money, went up there and spit some BS, and then went home and laid up with your broad. And I don't even think you really thought at the time that her and Calico would really become an item. I know I had to go in the beginning. It's all good. Yo, how you feel about old girl, man? I don't care about old girl, man. Ain't no fun. The homies can't have none, all this kind of stuff. You never really expected her and Cal to kind of be a little item for a little minute. Based on the text messages, you was in your feelings about that. You didn't care about battling Calico, bro. You just lost your girl and wanted to win a rap battle against him. You need to figure out if this baby is yours. Drop these battles because you got battles from 2023 that still ain't been dropped. And then you ain't got to go on the list. Honorable mention number 2, man. This next dude, man, clearly want to be a star in battle rap. Clearly want to make some money in battle rap. Clearly want some attention. Might as well give him some attention, right?
Look at this nigga Chris calling me.
ChrisUnbias, what's up? Hey. You know what? I was just thinking about you the other day because I was like, you know what? You ain't got no blogs going on. What's up? What's going on with you? Okay, yeah, your computer crashed. I get that, you know. But you making that big money though. Where that money at? I know you got it. You can go buy you another drive. You good. And you know what? In fact, where's this stock drop list review at? What's going on with that? At least tell me who you got on the list. You got any bloggers? You put him on the list? You know what? That one should be on the list.
Battle Facts. What happened to you, Battle Facts? Did you really think I wasn't going to address you? ChrisUnbias is scared to say my name. You just not important enough for me to say your name until now. I got to put you on the stock drop list, but only as an honorable mention because you don't really got a stock.
Once again, you have judged correctly.
I want to apologize to the Unbiased Review fans. I know some of you niggas don't know who this nigga is. Doing blogs for 2.5 hours. I didn't even know you had that much time on your hands. You know what I'm saying? It really be amazing to me that you niggas can sit in front of a camera for 2.5 hours and talk about one nigga. You trying to have a blogger beef so you can get your views up? Because I see you be doing blogs about me. So since some of you guys don't know who this person is, let me introduce you to who Battle Facts is. Because he always want to say ChrisUnbias shouldn't be in a culture. ChrisUnbias is canceled. ChrisUnbias is this. I'm not rocking with anybody that's rocking with ChrisUnbias. The things that ChrisUnbias has been accused of, I can't believe anybody in the culture is rocking with him. I say the same thing about you. I'm trying to figure out when you gonna start frauding. I mean, after all, when you first burst on the scene, you was doing blogs with Battle Truth.
God will draw people to you, man, and give you a voice.
Doing your little Bible study at night. I'm trying to figure out how you got a problem with me and Battle Truth was fucking his own daughter.
You bold.
You thought it was okay because y'all did a little Bible study at night. Yeah, Jesus loves me. Cause the Bible tells me so. Battle Truth was 25 years old, fucking a 16-year-old.
Was I having sex with you at the age of 13 and 14?
No.
How old were you?
I was 16 and a half.
But you just ignored all that so you can boost your battle rap career up. You wanted to get your YouTube channel popping. You wanted to put Battle Facts on the map. But because you got your start with Battle Truth and you ignored all the BS just so you can get your channel popping, your meat riding went up. 39%. You gotta get your meat riding down. You gotta get your meat riding down. Even doing the Lord's work, couldn't keep your meat riding down. Then you left there. You got it with this Harlem Legend nigga, this old fake ass legend nigga. You got with him, y'all doing y'all little blogs and shit, little kumbaya and all this kind of stuff. And everywhere you go, you just try to lynch on with niggas. You can't create your own channel, get popping on your own. You gotta get with Battle Truth, get a little known. You gotta get with Harlem Legend, who also got put on in the battle rap culture by Caps. So really, you kind of got put on by Caps. But even when you do all that, coming over to Caps Live, there was one time you was like, man, I had to come over to your live because you had way more numbers than we did. So I had to come over here and recap the video. That's the problem with you niggas. You niggas don't ever create nothing from the ground up. And anytime you try to lynch on to other niggas shit, I got to give you a penalty. And because of that, your meat riding went up. 57%, man. You gotta get your meat riding down. You gotta get your meat riding down. Your meat riding went up exponentially. You didn't try to lynch on with Caps, and the funny thing about that is, after you got on with Caps, and Caps put you on the map.
Opportunity, man. Hey, first of all, man, I'm honored to share the screen with you, T-Top, man. As a blogger, you know what I'm saying? I ain't met you in person yet.
What the fuck this nigga talking about right here?
Let me try
Then you got the nerve to be dissing Caps, saying Caps ain't never helped you.
I don't know what your problem is. I don't have a problem with you. I never had a problem with you. If that was the case, you wouldn't have battled Danny on my card. If that was the case, you wouldn't have been coming on my lives. I did not benefit from you coming on my lives. You got followers from coming to my lives.
I got no followers from coming to your lives, none, zero. Even after the Danny battle, no more followers.
He gave you the Danny Myers battle. He had you on lives. I mean, big lives too. Lives that was like recapping easy to block captain battles and all kind of stuff. You on all his lives with all the battle rappers, meeting T-Top, meat riding T-Top when you on, doing all kind of corny stuff. And you don't think Caps put you on? You so jealous of top bloggers that even when they came out with a blogger list and ChrisUnbias was #1 on the list, you decided you were going to create your own list. And when you created your own list, you had yourself above ChrisUnbias and above Caps. But I'm trying to figure out how the hell you above Caps if niggas didn't know you till you got with Caps. I mean, there's meat riders all over the world, man, and this ain't a meat ride blog. That's not why you on a stock drop list. I mean, there was a file that came across my desk. I normally don't do the paperwork stuff. I leave that to these other dudes, man. But everybody want to play the paperwork game, so let's play the paperwork game. There was a file that came across my desk, man. And, I couldn't help but open it. I had to see what was going on, man. Just to be clear, your name is Christopher Clayton Hampton, right? Christopher Clayton Hampton. I just want to be clear. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe me and you share the same first name on this bum ass nigga. You went to prison for 12 years on armed robbery and breaking and entering, home invasion. Damn, you a real criminal. You went to prison for 12 years. And when you went to prison, you actually appealed your case. The interesting thing about an appeal is in Michigan, you cannot introduce new or false evidence on appeal. Is not permitted as appellate courts primarily review the lower court's record for legal or procedural errors, not retry the case or hear new evidence. Everything in your case was final. Everything was from trial. So everything in your appeal is actually what happened in your case. You went to prison for armed robbery, home invasion. 12 years. You actually had some co-defendants as well. And when you got arrested, you was a street nigga, right?
Because that's not how I move, man. I'm actually a real gangster, man. I don't move like that.
I mean, that's a street nigga stance. If I ever seen one, you was definitely a street nigga. I mean, after all, you got 6 tatted on. I mean, maybe 6 is your favorite number. You just want to get it tattooed. Or maybe you was a gangbanger. I mean, after all, it says right here, number 6 being tattooed on you is associated with Gangster Disciples, a street gang. So I don't know if you was gangster disciples, Crib. I really don't know what you were. But I know you was a street nigga.
Man, I'm actually a real gangster, man. I don't move like that.
But the interesting thing is when I really dig into your paperwork, you actually took the stand. And the things you said on the stand was astounding to me.
What'd he say? What'd he say?
The defendant testified, and I quote, that he believed him and his co-defendants were traveling to Ferndale that day to purchase recording equipment and that he was unaware of his co-defendants' intent to commit the crimes in which they pled. But wait, there's more. The defendant, and I quote, was unaware of his co-defendant's intentions to rob the occupants of the home that he was unwittingly agreed to accompany them to Ferndale that afternoon. Oh, you were just along for the ride. You didn't know they all was going to do a home invasion and break into a house and steal shit. It was all on them. It wasn't me, officer. It wasn't me, officer.
Fat piece of shit. Did you tell him that?
You a rat, bro. You a rat. And actually one of the worst kinds too. You were actually an OG over the co-defendants in the case. You were the OG. You were supposed to be teaching them the ropes, showing them this, all this kind of stuff, staying solid. They took a plea deal, and in order to try to get out of your own bullshit, you blame everything on them. The defendant was unaware of his co-defendant intentions to rob the occupancy when he agreed to accompany them to Ferndale that afternoon. You tried to get out of your own mess and put it all on them. And you thought you were doing a stand-up job because they took a plea. But even when you take a plea, you still fight your case from behind bars. Just like you were doing. You appealed your case. Other people want to appeal their case too and fight their case. Just because you take a plea never means that you have finished trying to defend yourself. When you get behind that wall, you start reading a little bit of that legal library, you start getting maybe different lawyers or whatever, and you still try to fight your case. You can still get sentences reduced. You can still find things that went wrong in trial. You can still do all kind of stuff to try to still continue to fight your case and hope that your sentence can get commuted. But you can't do that if you ratting your niggas out. You basically are saying, yeah, them niggas robbed it, but I didn't even know we was robbing it, officer. I didn't know what we were doing. I just thought we were just going for a ride. I didn't even know when we walked into that house that they was going to take some shit. You threw your niggas under the bus, bro. And you think you not a rat?
Now you see now, you done fucked up, you know that, don't you? I see what I'm saying. I thought that's what I'm saying, that you done fucked up now, you know that, don't you?
Because they breaking in houses now, and it's like a big thing.
Right.
But you break in my house and you steal stuff from my house. If me and you go commit a crime,
right,
and I tell anything about that,
right,
then that's snitching.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You were a street dude, man. You were in a gang, and as the OG of the group, you led these niggas to this house. Y'all robbed. Y'all got caught.
Man, I'm actually a real gangster, man. I don't move like that.
And you try to sell them down a river to save yourself. That's really what happened. It's in black and white. You like all this paperwork shit. The defendant testified as a street nigga on direct examination that he believed that he and his co-defendants were traveling to Ferndale that day to purchase recording equipment, that he was unaware of his defendant's intent to commit the crimes. You're a rat. It's okay. You're not the only one. It's a couple of niggas like this in this culture that's lately been exposed. You are a rat. But I want to know how you survived when you was in jail, because you know I had a sexual assault case, and it's not anything I'm proud of, you know what I'm saying? But I'll talk about it in a minute. But they really hate rats. I mean, they really hate rats. The worst thing you could be in jail is a street nigga and a rat. How you manage to do 12 years, though, without any issues? They be stabbing niggas up, killing niggas, doing all kind of stuff when you a rat. See, there's a lot of people in jail because of women. So a vindictive female or a vindictive woman has actually put a lot of guys in jail. Probably 60% of the men that's in jail is in jail over a woman, over fighting a guy over a woman, beating up a guy over a woman, shooting a guy over a woman, something that got to do with a woman. So they're a little understanding, not much, but a little understanding of how a female can be vindictive and actually lead them behind bars. But there ain't no explanation for being a rat. You got the 6 tattooed on your arm. You a street nigga, the whole name, gangster disciples, crip, whatever you were.
Man, I'm actually a real gangster, man. I don't move like that.
You was in a gang and you basically ratted. How did you survive down the road? Were you hanging with the Muslims? Because, I mean, that's kind of like what a lot of niggas do that be street niggas and shit. They start hanging with the Muslims. And the good thing about a Muslim in jail, even if you thinking about becoming a Muslim, they'll still protect you. They'll still protect you. You could be reading the Quran. You could be talking to them and they can be trying to teach you that Islam is the way to go. And you can be on the fence on where you go. They'll still look out for you. Because they really about, they move like a gang, but they also about peace. So even when you're not particularly a Muslim, the thought of actually becoming a Muslim can buy you some protection. Is that what happened, Battle Facts? You started hanging around the Muslims? Before you went to prison, you was eating all kind of pork. You go to prison as a rat, and now it's assalamu alaikum. I see your kind all the time in jail. And then when you get out, it's back to the Baconators. I mean, after all, even Easy to Block Captain was opening Christmas gifts. Speaking of Easy to Block Captain, did you know Battle Facts was a rat? Or are you protecting him? I mean, after all, he did get you a venue in Detroit for the Trenches tournament.
But how did he know? How he found out?
Are you protecting a rat? Because your man is definitely a rat. The defendant testified on direct examination that he believed he and his co-defendants were traveling to Ferndale to purchase recording equipment, and he was unaware of his co-defendant's intent to commit the crimes. Now, you had a lot to say about Bad News. I mean, after all, you a street nigga. I know you not defending a rat. And then you said on your last live that you hired Battle Facts to do commentary for your Swamp vs. Easy battle. You really hired a rat and you think the culture is finna go for it? The minute Battle Facts get on that commentary, it's rat emojis everywhere. I'm telling you right now, the minute he gets on that commentary, it's gonna be rat emojis everywhere. And I wouldn't want you to have to take so much attention away from the battle, but the rat emojis are coming. You a street dude who had a lot to say about Bad News, a lot to say about Adi Boom. You even said in your Bad News blog that all you gotta do is take the stand and all you gotta do is testify. And I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Defendant testified on direct examination. Let's see if you're gonna keep your word. I mean, I know you're not protecting a rat. Let's see. Remember when you and Suge was originally supposed to be in Detroit? Battle Facts was your muscle. Yeah, you know, big GD shit, right? And remember when you and your Trenches tournament was in Detroit? Battle Facts got you the venue. So Easy, I got a question for you. Did you know that Battle Facts was a rat? And now that you know he a rat, are you going to disown him? Because he definitely a rat. Or are you going to protect Battle Facts because he put a little money in your pocket, save you on venues and stuff like that? Are you going to protect and overlook the fact that your man is a rat?
You having an unnatural allegiance to losers is not like you.
Now, because you're on the stock drop list, I feel like I got to give you a gift. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you kind of new in the culture. You want to make sure that things ain't too bad on you. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you a gift. I gave Debo a gift one year. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how he took it, but at the same time, I still came bearing gifts. And I got a gift for you as well. Let me open it, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me open it. Right here. I got a gift for you as well. Cheese. That's what you rat niggas like, man. Cheese for a fucking rat, man. Now, I ain't really know which one's your favorite cheese, so I got you a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? A little pepper jack joint, little cheddar sharp. You know what I'm saying? I don't think rats care what kind of cheese, as long as it's cheese.
I'm not eating that. I can't eat that. I can't eat that, man.
not breaking the law. I'm not trying to get out of no trouble. That's what a snitch do. Oh, but that's what a snitch do.
You run around here trying to expose clone and all that. It was cute. It was cute. You are a fucking rat. And I know what you're going to try to say. It wasn't me. It was my lawyer. My lawyer said that, and they just put in the paperwork. Stop the cap. You are a fucking rat, bro. I know how this works. They lock y'all niggas up. They put your co-defendants on one side of the jail, and you over here, and they got a lawyer, and you got a lawyer, and they lawyer saying, hey, man, you better save yourself, man. You don't really know what he's doing. And your lawyer telling you to save yourself, you don't really know what they doing. And when they took a plea deal, you threw them niggas under the bus. It was in your appeal paperwork. And you can only appeal what was said at trial. I repeat, you can only appeal the facts of the trial. And your appeal paperwork says the defendant testified on direct examination that he believed his co-defendants were traveling to Ferndale to purchase recording equipment and that he was unaware of his co-defendants' intent to commit the crimes in which they pled. You threw all your niggas under the bus, bro.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
To save your fucking self. You're a rat. I don't give a fuck what you say. I don't give a fuck about you bringing your co-defendants on and all this kind of stuff. You try to tell them some shit that you didn't really do. I don't care about none of that. The paperwork of the appeal says you testified. That was already a violation. I mean, you testifying is already a violation. Then to come to find out, you said you was unaware of what your niggas was doing. You said you was unaware of the crime that they committed. Bro, you threw your niggas completely under the bus. I didn't know what the fuck was going on, Your Honor. I was on my way to the Wawa. All I wanted was a donut and a cup of coffee. Next thing I know, we pulled up to a house and they started robbing niggas.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting cooked.
They say imitation is the highest form of flattery. I see you trying to steal niggas' thumbnails and put my little titles and stuff in the thumbnails and do stock drop lists. You really want to be me, don't you?
Be yourself for a nigga. You out here trying to be everybody else. You can't be everybody else. You gotta be yourself.
I got one more gift for you, man. You know, I'm really a nice guy, man. You know, don't let these lists fool you, man. I'm really a nice guy, man. I always try to figure out a way to help people, you know, and help them find, like, you know, they loved ones, people they ain't seen in a while, some friends in a while. And I found some of your close friends. What kind of nigga would I be if I didn't reunite y'all? Yeah, what up, y'all? I'm just chilling out back, man. Just chilling out. One more gift for you, Battle Facts. You know what I'm saying? One more gift. See, right here, I got a little mask. A fucking rat. I got a mascot for you. And it's only right that I take the mascot. There go Bad News and Adi Boom, man.
Lord Jesus.
Bad News and Adi Boom. It's only right I put you right here, man, as the third rat in the culture.
Man, I'm actually a real gangster, man. I don't move like that.
I always tell you I come bearing gifts, man. This is exactly where they be. They should be in a cage. Bad News, Adi Boom, and Battle Facts, man. Let me make sure I lock the cage up, man. Let me make sure Honorable mention number 3, man. This next dude, I don't know if you want to be a street dude, a civilian, a gang member, a family man. I don't know. I just know he definitely got some issues. Drugs. What happened to you? Drugs? Bro, first of all, let me just say this. I'm glad you home from jail. I don't ever want to see nobody behind them bars. So the fact that you home, I'm actually happy for you. But you gotta be one of the dumbest niggas in battle rap. I gotta keep it real with you. You gotta be one of the dumbest niggas in battle rap. Yo, my nigga, let me check this out. If you gotta bring 50 niggas to a battle just for you to do the battle, you probably don't need to be battle rapping then.
Go get a job for a nigga. Go get a job. You in your mama house or your girlfriend how not doing that. Go get a job then.
Niggas not gonna touch me, bro. Niggas is not dumb. I'm a public
somebody say, I feel like you tried to set me up, you and Swervo. That's how I feel. And I didn't even wow out. I couldn't, like, shit could have got bad right there. Do you understand how many niggas with guns was right there? Do you understand how many niggas with guns was right there? Shit could have got crazy right there. Like, very bad. I'm not talking, the shit could have got very bad. I really held it down. I had young niggas that mash buttons. Real button mashers right there. Real button mashers. And I told them, bro, I'm just here to rap, bro. If that man don't say nothing to me, don't say nothing to that man. These are my young niggas, my real nephews.
You might need to get this shit up and start doing some other shit, because it wasn't too long ago that you was crashing out on the internet. You all on the internet with rifles and silencer. Bro, you not even allowed to have a silencer.
Nigga push up on me, act like he got an issue. We gonna press these buttons. We gonna press, and there's more buttons to be pressed. And if you know me, you know I'm not lying. If you be at my crib, you know I'm not lying. Niggas got more than 40s and 7.62s to press in here. Niggas gotta stop all this weird, funny shit. Niggas be doing all the time. You know how niggas be like silencer? You know how niggas be rapping? They be like silencer. Tell them to show you one.
You on the internet showing off. Why? Just because some niggas trolled you about Ace Amin and Twerk, so your ass is crashing out? You do all of that. It wasn't even that much later you went to jail. You went to jail, you was in jail, something about shooting the Uber driver and all kind of stuff like that. I don't know. You out right now on supervised release. And what do? You booked your first battle. Niggas was glad you out everything, and you showed up to the battle with 50 niggas talking about all my niggas got guns and all this kind of shit. Bro, I know for a fact, when they let your ass out of jail, they told you the same shit they told me when they let you out. No alcohol, no weapons, and stay away from said victim. You not even supposed to be around niggas with guns. You think you can shoot somebody, get out of jail, and the judge is going to let you be around guns? That is in your release paperwork. You not even supposed to be around guns, and you on the internet talking about the niggas you was with, they all had guns. Bro, you are crashing the fuck out.
Huh? What is it that niggas want to do? Come on, slide. My shit say slide. My shit say slide. My shit say pull up right now.
And I'm really surprised, because when you was on 3 Letterman, you sounded very mature. I was like, this nigga grew up. You sounded mature. You was using big words. I mean, shit that had like 4 and 5 syllables. I was like, this nigga really got smart.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate the crux of my venereal infection.
And now you just crashing out. I don't really know what the hell happened between you and Twerk and you and Ace Amin. I don't know, and I really don't give a fuck. Whatever you did, it must be something serious, because them niggas is on your ass. You said you got set up for a battle rap event just so Ace could fight you. Yeah, you definitely did some shit. I don't know what the fuck you did. You definitely did something that you mean none of the Goonies is rocking with you no more? Like, none of the Goonies is vouching for anything you did for these niggas? Bro, it's over for you, bro. I don't know if niggas told you that. I know niggas be interviewing you and it's cool. Your battle career is over.
Stay strong for a nigga. You wondering if everything gonna be okay? It will be okay if you just stay strong.
Nobody's booking you and you gotta bring 50 niggas with guns to a venue. Your shit is over. As a matter of fact, don't book this nigga, man. Do not book drugs for no battle. He a liability. And anytime you're a liability, you don't need to be booked.
I had young niggas that mash buttons. Real button mashers right there.
Let's go for anybody. I'm here for battle rap and battle rap to happen. I'm not here for niggas to be canceling battles. You not even comfortable to show up to a battle with just a couple dudes. 50 dudes and niggas with switches. Nah, stay your punk ass at home. You don't need to do that. And then you got the nerve to say in another video, like, oh yeah, you know, I would have been on some fight shit, but when I was on some fight shit, niggas was trying to record this and record that, all this kind of stuff. So now I ain't on the fight stuff no more.
Like, let's stop acting crazy on this live like y'all don't know me and I wasn't outside.
Like, why do y'all let a nigga y'all never seen do nothing tell y'all about me? I'm outside. If niggas feel like they want to slide, we can slide. I'm on this time, though. I'm not fighting nobody, not doing that. When I wanted to fight, niggas wanted to record the fight. Niggas wanted to record the fight. I wasn't on that.
It's kind of funny that you brought up recording. I'm actually glad you brought recording up because you was the person that recorded twerking Norbs. It was you.
Talk about how difficult it is. What the fuck are you doing? You think I see you hit my baby mom, nigga? I did it, nigga. Huh, nigga? You gonna lie? You gonna lie, you piece of shit? Yo, I mean, get up, nigga. Suck a dick. Yo, what the fuck?
So it's kind of funny that you got a problem with people recording fights and you was recording fights. See the fake shit in you niggas, and this is why you niggas don't like ChrisUnbias, because I got a real battle rap memory. You recorded the Twerk and Norbs fight. You and Twerk were cool. Y'all knew that Twerk was gonna fight Norbs. Y'all recorded it and put it out to make Norbs look bad. And then y'all gave it a URL. And if you really dig a little bit deeper, I'm not even sure if URL wasn't even in on this, to keep it real with you. They probably were trying to figure out a way to get rid of Norbs. So that they needed this to happen so all this stuff could snowball and snowball and snowball. And then it just was like, okay, we feel like you quote unquote sexually harassing people. Norbs got looked at as some creep. And then URL gave him a dismissal letter. You was in on all this shit. And you was a nigga recording. And bro, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't know if anybody told you this. You ain't no tough nigga just cause you got a gun, bro. When I look at you, bro, when I really, really look at you, you scared, my nigga. You scared. You scared. You scared to go anywhere. Anytime you gotta have a fucking military artillery for you to live, you are fucking scared. Why do you join a gang? You need to just be taking care of your kids and your daughter or whatever. You got a beautiful daughter. I saw her in some pictures. You need to be taking care of your kids, bro. You don't really need to be trying to do this street shit. You just on the internet, on Instagram, acting like you tough. You not tough. I saw the moon fight. It wasn't nothing about you that told me you could fight. Bro, you are living in fear every single day. That's the problem with you niggas joining the gang. Y'all niggas don't never know who y'all ops are. You are living in fear every day. And for that, your ass can't be in battle rap no more. Ain't nobody paying for no pay-per-views for this nigga to be crashing out and doing dumb shit. We don't want to see nobody get shot. We don't want to see nobody fight. We don't want you to be tough on the internet and then you got to prove yourself in public. You need to get the fuck on. Go find your little warehouse job and go make your money and raise your family. I don't even know why you still trying to battle. That shit over with. That shit is over with, bro. That shit is over with. I don't care what none of these bloggers say. You can interview with 100 niggas and they can tell you that they can't wait for you to come back and back. That shit over with. Since you was in jail, then you got out on supervised release, and now you crashing out. That's why you on the list. Coming up next on the stock drop list, man, this dude kind of a fan favorite, but he's actually been in some controversy lately. And if you really look at his last 18 months, he deserves to be on the list. Rosenberg Raw, what happened to you, Raw? I mean, if you being real Raw, ever since you got with Easy in the trenches, you've been losing battles. Mike P, lost. Shayna Ashley, lost. Av, lost. And none of these battles are debatable. Av actually 30s you, bro, and you choked. I mean, what really have you done since your breakout performance against Ill Will? That alone is enough to get you on the stock drop list. Add to the fact that you tried to cancel Angry Fan, and that was such a corny move.
Carried it. But, you know, that's why I think people go on this show. It'd be a lot of the low mid-tiers just trying to get some FaceTime. And I don't blame them. You know, they need the FaceTime. I get it. Yeah. But all promo ain't good promo. And it's not. You know, for me, if I see you up there, like, from this day forward, I'm feeling like you condoning what he did. I'm feeling like you standing on what he did. Now, I won't fuck with you, respectfully. I won't fuck with you. If I see you on his platform, I ain't gonna say nothing. It ain't gonna be nothing personal. But if you want his platform as a battler, media member, or anything, you were standing on what he did. And in my opinion, you know, I don't fuck with you if I see you up there. And that don't have to mean nothing to nobody. I promise you, I'm not saying that like, you might be froze. I'm not going to report this. No, go report that shit. Because that's the only way you can get to somebody. You can attack a nigga like that. The only way you can get to somebody like that is to take away his voice.
We not condoning what he said about Bill Collector's daughter, but Caps has done a lot for the culture. The campaign you went on to cancel Caps was really out of pocket. Oh, if anybody is messing with Caps, they can't mess with me. Yo, Raw, who the fuck do you think you are? I mean, you went harder on Caps, pause, than even Bill Collector did. But let's dig deeper in your career. You was on URL as one of the early PGs. You battled Clean Paper, and eventually you battled Big K, and Big K was a good victory for you. But you could never find your footing on URL. You come to RBE, you get all kind of battles. You got Snake Eyes, you got Head Ice, you got Shotgun Suge, you got T-Rex, J400. You got a lot of battles, but I don't think you got the respect you deserve. I always give you credit as having your own style and being someone that was able to transcend through time and not fall off in battle rap, but you definitely wasn't getting your respect. And then a funny thing happened. Spaces was created, and you're one of the people that actually took advantage of Spaces. The rare beauty of Spaces is, since URL battlers didn't go to RBE events and RBE battlers didn't really go to URL events, Spaces allowed URL and RBE to kind of blend in. So you could go into a space and see someone like Sue Surf talking to Rosenberg Raw. Somebody like Rosenberg Raw talking to Murder Mook. That was the beauty of the Spaces, because at RBE events, whenever Raw was on a card, you didn't really see him interacting with those kind of people, and vice versa. Spaces kind of uplifted Raw and put him amongst some of the God tier people, the A-Verbs, the Sue Surfs, the Tay Rocks, the Murder Mooks, the Loaded Lux, the Hitman Hollers. It put him kind of in that space to mingle amongst others. So when he became a speaker and was always in Spaces, it kind of elevated his stock. This is also around the same time that the Philly movement started. Easy is doing his thing on URL. The Philly movement is beginning, and Easy becomes one of the hottest battlers on URL. As Easy started to blow up on URL, I started to see you support him more. But the one thing I noticed, it was always one-sided publicly. You would tweet a lot about his situation, how URL is doing him, how he's trying to get out of his contract, how it's unfair to Easy, all this kind of stuff. I never saw Easy ever recapping your battles, doing nothing when it came to RBE. So I used to kind of look at it as it was one-sided. But at the end of the day, I thought maybe this is just some Philly shit, Pennsylvania stuff, and they just supporting each other. But this is where the fraud in you started. You started having issues with ARP. You didn't like the money he was paying you, the battles you were getting you, the cars you was on, the fact that you weren't main eventing. You felt he was using your friendship and underpaying you. I mean, that's what you told me on the phone, and I barely even knew you, so I already know that's what you was telling other niggas. Easy starts trying to make a way for you to come to URL. And we started seeing all these tweets. I'm no longer the face of RBE. For my URL return, I would like to battle Ace Amin. But P never trusted you. He acted like he was just trying to use that opportunity to come over to URL, and then you wasn't going to honor the contract that it was going to put you on. You was just going to go back to RBE. And that's exactly what you did. You made up with ARP, went back to RBE, re-signed a new contract, and they gave you Charlie Clips. But because you had dibbled and dabbled and talked with P and acted like you wanted to come over there, only to change your mind and go back to RBE, P sent all the text messages of Clips, and Clips used it in a battle.
I thought you was a pimp, then why one of your hoes is out here cheating? You know I'm the man on this league. Every time I rap, I bring the fear of God. Free to wave, but let's play our favorite game called Swear to God. Swear to God you ain't text P trying to get on URL. What you was gonna say, it was Beasley and not P? Swear to God you ain't text him, how y'all gonna book Mac Myron and not me? Swear to God this is a conversation that you don't even remember. Then how the fuck I know you put Chef Trez and him back to November? I want you to think about that shit, Adam. This nigga here, and he knows URL be working down the block at Center Stage, and right around the corner he be chilling with your ops. Now I want you to swear to God. Swear to God. If this information I gave you is true, you don't respect this clown. You don't believe me? Check your text. I sent the screenshots during my second round.
The reason why that was some snake shit is because RBE was involved in a lawsuit, spilling out all these beans and talking about your contracts and the money you was getting and all this kind of stuff. You was basically doing that with ARP's ops, which is quote unquote URL. So you going over there spilling the business, spilling what's going on with you and RBE to someone he literally in a lawsuit with, And then you come back over there like it's all kumbaya. And that's why you got called out in them text messages and it started to ruin your relationship. But that's only a small part of the fraud shit that you be doing, Froze. The one thing about Spaces, it allows you to learn a little too much about people. People talk a little too much. People engage a little too much. And people let a little too much business out. And you got super cool with Easy. And I remember we spoke on the phone and I told you, what makes you think you so cool with Easy? And you was like, oh, he be coming up to my battles in Atlanta and stuff like that. And at the time, Rim sometimes would be down there and Reed Dollars would be on the car. It wasn't really just about Froze. There was some other stuff going on that would make him actually want to come to Atlanta. And I told you on the phone, I was like, you not as cool with Easy as you think, bro. Actually, none of these battle rappers are as cool as you think. Everything is opportunistic and everything is just for gain. As Easy was blowing up, a lot of you Philly niggas knew he had a relationship with Rim. He was really cool with Rim. He could control the Chrome 23 cards. He was doing the trenches. To a lot of y'all, that represented a paycheck. And because of that, y'all niggas compromised yourself. You knew way before anybody else did that Easy and Pap had an altercation. And when Easy called you to do that podcast and sit on that couch, you compromised yourself. Most people don't tell you this, Froze. You didn't lie for Easy because he was a quote unquote friend. You lied because of the opportunities that presented themselves. A podcast, which could be a potential booming thing, maybe a Joe Budden 2.0. Possibility to battle on trenches, possibility to battle on Chrome. You didn't want to fuck up the possibility of you making money with Easy. And in order to make money with Easy, you had to compromise yourself for Easy. You had to lie when you knew it was a lie. You had to get in front of the camera and tell all these fans that you had way before you even met Easy. You had to lie to all these fans on some shit that you knew wasn't 100. But what you really didn't realize, the one thing you didn't realize, is that a real friend would have never put you in that position to begin with. Easy should have just stood in front of this camera, dealt with his own bullets that he would have got from the public, and spoke honestly. But y'all niggas be such slaves to opportunities that it compromised y'all as a person. And then y'all got the nerve to call y'allself real niggas.
Be real, fuck nigga. You out here being faker than $2 bills, and you wondering why you out here lame and nobody hang with you, cause you need to be real. Be real then.
Now, when you sat on that couch and lied for Easy, you look like a fucking dummy, especially considering the fact that you and Easy fell out not too long after that, even though y'all niggas back cool now. But if you want to lie for Easy, if you want to lie for a Chrome 23 check, if you want to lie for a Trenches check, if you want to lie for a podcast check, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I gotta give you a penalty. Your meat ride went up. %, Raw. You gotta get your meat riding down. You gotta get your meat riding down. See, all that meat riding you did, it turned you into the apology bull. You get into it with Tay-Rock, you apologize.
It's Cola, like me and Cola shit ain't even that serious. It's really Rosenberg. Like, yo, bro, shut the fuck up. Mind your fucking business. And that's the weird part, though. You can FaceTime me or call me, so why are you in the spaces talking about me? I don't like when niggas got my phone number and you are in the spaces talking about me. Lose my number, you fat bitch. That's it.
You get into it with Hitman, you apologize.
Out and saying they were going in a different direction. I didn't have to put that out there. I was responding to a bunch of fans saying, Froze, where you and bros at? Why y'all not here? I didn't have to tell them how much we asked for and why we weren't on the card. So I will apologize for that. I didn't think that was straight business.
You get into it with Easy, you put a blog up dissing them, then you apologize. You get into it with ARP, then you apologize. You became the apology bull, and that's the problem with you niggas getting too close to niggas in spaces. And since you want to become the apology bull, you want to lose to Shayna, lose to Av, lose to Mike P. That's why you on the list.
Hey, yo, Chris. You know what time it is. Time to do what you do.
That's all the honorable mentions, man. We are down to the top 5 on the stock drop list, man. This is a list you do not want to be on. But if you are on this list, like I said, you are very well deserving, man. Coming at number 5 on the stock drop list. This next dude, man, is definitely delusional, man. That's the only word I can come up with him to describe him, is he's the delusional bull. Cassidy, what happened to you, Cassidy?
Was negotiating with Remy and Cone, but they can't really get the money up or what I really need, and we ain't work it out yet. Like we couldn't make nothing make sense yet. People trying to make it make sense, bro. It's just not a snap of a finger like with other battles. Like you could just say, "Oh, he ready to battle. Let me just send him his money," because it'd be bigger business with me.
Hey, yo, shut the fuck up. Nobody is paying you another bag after the shit you just pulled with John John. You ain't even gave John John they bread back. And you think you can just parlay that to another battle with Easy on Chrome? Nah, we not doing that. See, this is the problem with battle rap right here. Y'all niggas want to fuck over one situation and then just go to another situation. I'm actually surprised Chrome 23 and Easy even negotiating with you after the shit you pulled. This is why battle rap needs a union. If they had a union, none of this would be going on right now. You wouldn't be able to fuck over one league and then go over to another league. You've been getting way too many passes, doing interviews, talking about battle rap is just dead. It needs me. I'm the energy.
And do shit better. Y'all see, like, since I've been away, battle rap at its lowest point ever right now. Like, the shit super weak right now. Like, energy, the momentum, the like shit that's coming from battle rap is like super weak right now. So it goes to show niggas need to make some improvements, need to step it up in certain areas. And there's gonna be nobody else to show them that but me.
Nigga, wasn't you just booked? You are a big reason that the in-game event is fucked up. See, and I know what happened. You got booked with John John, and the announcement wasn't what you thought it was. They booked Hitman and Geechee around the same time, a lot of hoopla. They booked Mook and Arsenal around the same time, a lot of hoopla. What about Cassidy and John John? It wasn't much hoopla. Niggas didn't like the battle. You didn't want to do the battle because a lot of your money was tied to the back end. And since it was tied to the back end, you knew you wasn't going to make a lot of money on a pay-per-view. And that's why you didn't do the battle. You started blaming John John, talking about Losto's on the card, Jazz is on the card, Shay Rack is on the card, Sirius Jones on the card, Danny Myers on the card. These niggas ain't bringing no energy. These niggas ain't promoting. I thought you was the energy. I thought all we needed was Cassidy and you was the energy. Then you doing interviews 5 days before the event talking about we can do the face off right now. We can do the face off right now. Man, shut the fuck up.
Face off. Yeah. That shit ain't nothing. Like, I don't gotta prepare for that. I ain't gotta meditate and shit. Like, you can pull up right now. We could do that shit. Like, that shit ain't about nothing. Like, you know what I mean?
You ain't want to do that event. You knew you wasn't going to do the event. And all you had to do was keep it real.
Be real, fuck nigga. You out here being faker than $2 bills, and you wondering why you out here lame and nobody hang with you, cause you need to be real. Be real then.
But that's the problem with you niggas. Y'all niggas steady calling y'all self real niggas, can't get in front of a camera and keep it a buck. All y'all niggas do is lie. And you ain't for the culture either. You running around here talking about you want to boost battle rap up. Y'all niggas is selfish, man. This ain't about no boosting no battle rap culture up. You done did the little tournament out there. You, Mook, and Daylight, and Mav Hoffa, all y'all went out to the mansion, did a tournament, took niggas' money. You took niggas' money, didn't do the tournament. Niggas complaining you ain't returned the money. I saw that little interview you did talking about we gave everybody their money.
I smell that? I smell cap.
Y'all did not give everybody their money back. And if y'all did, y'all didn't give it back in a timely fashion. That's why niggas was hitting bloggers up talking about, yo, we paid for a tournament. Can you find out what's going on with the tournament? That was some fugazi shit. You didn't even explain that situation. You just kind of swept that under the rug, kept it moving, never did a tournament. Then same situation with John John. Sweep it under the rug, don't want to talk about it. And the only time you do an interview to talk about it, you go down there with the M3S3 niggas for a paid interview. Oh, you'll get paid to talk about it, but you don't want to explain to the fans what's going on. Now, is it the money situation? Because now you're trying to blame John John, talking about, oh, John John was scamming, or John John was kind of doing all this with the investors. I thought you was sick, Cassidy. That's the reason you said you didn't do the battle. You said you didn't do the battle because you were sick. Now, was you sick or was niggas scamming? Y'all niggas gotta make up your mind. You can't even get your lives right. And I'm tired of niggas interviewing you, not keeping it a buck. Nobody gets in front of a camera with your ass and keep it real with you. You on some bullshit. And you think you gonna run around this culture and keep getting deposits from other leagues? No, leagues don't need to pay you shit. They don't need to pay you nothing. You fucked up this entire event. None of these in-game battles is out because John don't got the money. Why he don't got the money? Because nobody bought a pay-per-view once they found out you wasn't doing a battle. And because nobody bought a pay-per-view, John can't pay none of the artists. You got just as much blame for this event as John do. And somehow John is getting the brunt of this, and you should be getting the brunt of this. We don't want to hear shit about no behind the scenes this and this. When it came time for you to get in front of the camera and keep it real on why you didn't do the event, I was sick, nigga wasn't feeling well. That's what you told Knowledge, and that's what Knowledge told us. So we don't want to hear no other excuses now on why you didn't do the battle. And battle rap must get a union, bro. Y'all niggas have to stick together so y'all can stop a lot of this whole shit that's going on. These niggas no show, take deposits, do this, do that, bounce and go to URL, bounce and go to RBE, bounce and go to Riot and all these other leagues. Y'all niggas need a union so y'all can start having some structure in this shit. And the fact of the matter is, if we really keeping it real, you ain't even that good. That's the crazy part. You ain't even that good. You got one win, my nigga. One fucking win against Disaster. And that's the only win you got. You done lost every other battle. I don't care what these niggas, these blogging ass niggas talking about. I don't care what these niggas talking about. You have lost every fucking battle. And John was about to smoke you. You wasn't gonna beat John either. Let's just keep it real. You wasn't gonna beat John either. You running around here charging hella bread for battles. You are not worth this shit, bro. And I don't know why niggas ain't telling you you ain't worth it. You ain't worth it. Unbiased gotta tell you you ain't worth it. You ain't worth this shit, man. I don't care about I got the unlimited raps and all this kind of stuff. This is not a cipher. This is a battle. You gotta battle these niggas. You cannot battle these niggas and win. We don't care about no energy and all this. This is not a Red Bull commercial. You gotta do the battle. And if you don't want to do the battle and fuck over John, it ain't no way you should still be making money in this culture. You gotta go handle that before you can bounce. The ability for you niggas to steal deposits and take money and move so freely in this culture is always amazing to me. And John, I gotta keep it real with you. You need to pull up on Cassidy, man. You mean to tell me Twerk can find a nigga in the studio, Geechee Gotti can find a nigga in the studio, Hip Hop Is Real can catch up with him for an interview. You can't find Cassidy to get your money back. You can't find Cassidy to find out what's going on. The niggas on hella flyers. You know what I'm saying? You can't find them, John. You got played at the end of the day. I don't know what's going on, but this ain't all on John, bro. You gotta take a brunt of the responsibility as a main event. You got a lot of responsibility for putting on for the culture as well. And if you're not gonna do the battle, the least you could do is keep it real in an interview. And if you're not gonna keep it real in an interview, we don't want to hear none of the other bullshit. When you had your chance to speak 5 days before the event, you could have said all this stuff. John ain't doing this right. The money ain't right. We ain't selling enough. I'm not filling the card. I don't like Loso and all these people on the card. I was expecting a bigger. You could have said all that then, but you didn't say none of that. You got niggas buying tickets and you think the culture is supposed to get behind you and support? Fuck no. We not supporting none of this bullshit. You ain't even been worth the money you been getting. If we keeping it real, you ain't been worth the money you been getting. All your battles have been a dub, my nigga. They been a dub. I ain't like none of them shits, to keep it real with you. You got a round that might be good out of here, man. Out of your last 3 battles, Arsenal, Hitman, and Goods, or you got like 2 good rounds out of 9. You ain't worth this bread, bro. You ain't worth this bread. You gonna battle easy on Chrome? You ain't gonna be easy either. Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we entertaining this shit? Why are we entertaining Cassidy battles, bro? The nigga ain't good at all. I gotta keep it real with you. Y'all niggas don't want to keep it real with this Cassidy nigga. I know he entertaining. He's funny. He says all this. He can't beat Rex either. Let's just keep it real. He's not gonna beat Rex. He's entertaining. He's funny, but he don't win no battles though. And then it's all good when you showing up to events. You honoring what you gotta honor, you promoting, and you doing what you need to do. The minute you start playing the culture like they some fools and you don't want to support battle rap and you don't want to do this and you don't want to put niggas on and you don't want to do all this kind of stuff and hold up your end of the bargain, niggas don't need to respect that shit no more. And now your next move is, oh, I've been entertaining Chrome and why you trying to negotiate with Chrome? You ain't even handled this situation yet. So fuck no, you don't need to go over there and battle. Easy, don't book this nigga, man. Do not book this nigga. This nigga is a dub right now. Do not book this nigga. That's the type of time I'm on the Cassie battle. I don't know why y'all niggas be entertaining this shit, man. Y'all niggas need to reward niggas that's putting on for battle rap. Everybody else, man, is a problem. And this another problem. You want to sit around here and shit on every single person, every single thing that got to do with battle rap, and then want to say battle rap is dead as if he didn't help kill it. As if he didn't help kill it. Bullpen may not even do another event. John barely even want to get online. He dealing with the clone shit, the bad news shit, the Cassie shit. Nigga don't even want to get online. Bullpen could be a dub right now. And the last in memory is Cassie just screwed over event. Nigga done rented an 1,800 seat venue and don't even do the fucking battle. And you supposed to just parlay your ass to another battle? No, until you handle this fucking John shit, or we get some type of explanation, at least get a nigga the bread back, or at least get the investor the money back, or whatever. You fucking over the investor don't even want to invest no more. This is the problem. It's such a trickle down effect. You got investors that don't want to invest no more. You got battlers that can't get their battles out. All this is a trickle down effect because we don't get no Cassie event. And the answer is not just go to another event. League owners don't even need to book you, bro. I don't even know why the coach are even entertaining you, to keep it real with you, because of this bullshit. And because of that, gotta go on the list. Next on the stock drop list, this dude right here. He had to make the list. In 2024, he told one of the biggest lies in battle rap. Jag, what happened to you, Jag? Bro, if you got a lie and say your car flipped over 5 times and you got ejected and now you in the hospital and it all be a lie, you gotta be on the list. You mean to tell me you had a random guy message Angry Fan to say that you was in a car accident? Angry Fan believes it, does a blog about it, and you got the whole culture telling you get well, Jag? And you was never in a car accident?
I get a text message from a number that's not even saved in my phone. Could be my fault because I cleaned out my phone recently, right? But a number that's not even on in my phone. You know, that something happened with Jag and his brother and blah, et cetera, et cetera. I almost said blah, blah, blah. And car act, you know, in the hospital. I'm just like, damn, okay. Somebody I don't know is getting in touch with me. Okay. Critical situation. So then who the fuck am I? Like, my spider senses tingle real fast, especially when you include what we just went through, reputation. Right? My spider senses start going off of the fucking wall. Fast forward, you know, I see Battle Academy tweet, you know, you got this big dog, you know, prayers up. I hear that originated from Angry Fan. Shout out to Caps. I was fucking with you earlier. You know, he got prayers up or whatever. So let me try to get Caps on the phone. Let me figure out, like, where's his source? So I'm on the phone with Caps. Caps tells me the reason why he put that tweet up is because he got an email from somebody that he doesn't know saying that Jag was in a bad car accident and it's not looking good. This is the email that Caps gets at 11:35 a.m. Ayo, Caps, this is, I'm not going to say his name, the name of this person, because I don't know who it is. But there's a name. I don't have your contact info, but I was just letting you know that Jag is in the hospital. He got a bad car wreck this morning. It's not looking good. He's going into surgery. I just got news. I talked to his brother. Prayers up for that man. An email. My initial reaction, all due respect, respectfully, Caps, was like, who the fuck is Caps? Why the fuck is loved ones or whoever having critical accidents and niggas trying to get in touch with bloggers? My spider sense has already been crazy, but because I have a little bit of common sense. So I was just like, who the fuck is Caps? Who the fuck am I? Who's this getting word to me? Dude, go to the hospital, right? Wave is DMing me back from using the Wi-Fi on the plane. He's too late. He's already on the plane, right? And he's just like, yo, Jag was just tweeting about math, like laughing and shit on the Tasha K shit and all that boom, boom, boom. I'm like, yeah, go find his tweets. I go to his page too. Everything says 3 days ago. I'm like, Sway, you couldn't find that tweet? He's like, nope. I'm like, damn, did tweets get deleted? Let me go to his Instagram. Instagram says 3 days ago, same as Twitter. The day of last activity lines up. Twitter is 3 days ago. Instagram is 3 days ago. I said, you know what? Something in me is telling me to click Jag's story. I click his story and it says 2 hours ago, a promotional clip from a video that he was in, a promotional music video that I was in 2 hours ago. I texted to Jag. Like, you could do this 2 hours ago, but you can't text me? Let alone, nobody should be getting in contact if you and possibly your brother's in critical. Fuck Caps, fuck ARP, fuck Swave. But since people are sending emails to bloggers and text to me, let's talk about it. What's up with this 2 hours? Jag pops out, texts me back. Yo, Brody, that's not me posting on my Instagram. That's my team. Because, you know, Jag has always been Big Willie. Once again, your reputation is already mud. You know what I'm saying? So it's no different here when you're telling me, oh, that's my team posting. It's just like, you always got some outlandish answer for everything. So it wasn't you 2 hours ago. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take that. But since we're here talking, what's good? You all right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but blah, 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 blah. So we get on the phone. Did you just have hip surgery? Yes. Did they cut you open? Yes. That's like a double question, right? I already answered that with the first one. Yes. Can you send me a picture of your surgery? He said, yeah. I said, just send me a picture, man. I'll shut everything down for you. I'll shut it all down. Swave, bloggers, I'll shut it all down for you. Clean everything up for you. And I'll book the battle. All right, I'm going to send it in a couple minutes. First, he was like, yo, I could do something Monday when I go back to the hospital. I was like, we don't need to wait till Monday. Just send me a picture. Give me a minute. All right, so now I'm on the phone with Swave. While I'm on the phone with Swave, Jag calls. Click over, and I'm just like, yo, Jay, what's up? Yo, I don't want to send that picture because it's going to make me look weird. You just got off the phone with me. Now you don't want to send a picture. I say, yo, niggas be taking pictures of their stab wounds, bullet wounds, pull up their shirt or whatever. It's nothing. And it's private. Just send it to me. It's your hip. You ain't showing nothing. You ain't showing your manhood or nothing like that. It's your hip. I know where the hip is. It's where y'all carry y'all guns, right? Like, you ain't showing nothing, right? Oh, it's going to make me feel weird, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, whatever. Make you feel weird. Cool. You got paperwork or something to send in? Yeah, I'll send that instead. All right, when can I get that? In a couple minutes. Cool. We get off the phone again. This was yesterday. 24 hours have passed. Never got no paperwork. Never got no picture. Never got nothing. So I did all this due diligence before jumping out the window.
Boy, you a different kind of nigga. I gotta keep it real. I don't even know how you niggas be sleeping at night with some of the lies you be telling. Y'all niggas don't pray. Y'all niggas don't be praying. You just wake up and say anything. Oh, my car flipped over 5 times. Bro, you could have died. You got niggas saying get well, wishing you well. I mean, goddamn. You did all that to avoid a battle? Why? Because you heard Active was going to be in a battle? Active got you so shook, you didn't back out of 2 battles. You were supposed to do the KOTD tournament versus Active. Active said he gonna pull your card and prove that you are a fake blood who turned blood once he was in his 30s.
I think he was afraid that Active was going to expose certain things about him. I think he was afraid that Active was going to expose, like, you know, hey, like, I've known you all this time. You never claimed this blood set until your mid to late 30s. Like, you never look at all of his old footage with Cassidy. He's never talking anything about being a blood.
And ever since then, you don't want nothing to do with Active. You don't want to do no battles. You back out of the King of the Dot tournament. And then when ARP books you to battle Swave, you must have got word Active was going to jump into the battle because he was going to jump into the battle. And once you got word, all of a sudden you don't even want to do the battle no more and come up with this crazy ass stuff. You got all kind of lies like, yo, I'll do an interview explaining this, but I can't cut my camera on. I mean, you couldn't tweet out a picture of the hospital band. You couldn't post your medical records to some degree or anything. You couldn't do nothing. You couldn't post a picture of the accident, the car that flipped over 5 times, nothing. You in the hospital with one leg up and an arm over here and all that. You couldn't post no kind of pictures or nothing. When you was in a hospital, nigga was trying to wish you the best, man. Nigga was telling niggas posting tweets like, yo, stay strong, man. We really wish you the best.
Stay strong for a nigga. You wondering if everything gonna be okay? It will be okay if you just stay strong.
You was never really in the hospital, though. To make matters worse, you burn a bridge with the only nigga that ever put any money in battle rap with you.
ARP ain't jump out the window on nobody. I'm going on you treating me like a bitch. You treating me like I'm your bitch or something while you got my deposit.
ARP gave you an opportunity in battle rap, gave you some battles, Mav, Hoffa, Rosenberg, Raw, all kind of battles, man. Gave you an opportunity to do some good things in battle rap and help create another platform for you to express your talent. You so scared of Active that Active got you not doing battles. You burn a bridge, you don't return ARP's money, and then Cassidy got to hit you up and talk to you in order for you to return that little bit ass piece of bread. And you did all that for what? Your battle career is over with. And that could have been at least a fuel for you to get some money and some exposure to continue to help your rap career. But you burn all these bridges and now battle rap won't even really accept you back like that. So since you got hold out of a battle, I gotta put you on the list.
Okay, mid-official often-ness, listen while I pop my ish. You could tell I rock with Chris, but where the hell the stock up list? Know you getting cake and piles, knowing it would take a while. But bro done made us wait a while, longer than the OJ trial. Dogging us just like a pet. Now I gotta drop some threats. Make me wanna cop a text, squeeze until it pop his neck. Hold on, let me drop the strap, let me get up off of that. Cause when bro drop them facts, then he know we watching that. Hurry up and drop it, G, just so we can watch and see who got one and who got three. Make sure it's done properly. It's mid. What's up, Chris? Where the list at?
Coming in number 3 on the stock drop list, this next person, man. Such a sad case, man, of what happened when you don't take your blessings serious, man. When you do not take your blessings serious, this person is damn near a thief. 40 bars. What happened to you, 40? This shit get out of hand, man. I mean, it's really getting out of hand. You damn near stealing money now. I gotta keep it real. You are damn near stealing money. They just told me, damn, 40 going for the female Cody. I was like, okay. Nigga didn't say it was the choker of the year. You going for the choker of the year. I could just do a monologue on all your chokes for the last 12 months. Matter of fact, let's have a little bit of fun of what 40's last 18 months in battle rap has been like.
I bet this man will react with a panic attack when I hit everybody that Kevin love. Basketball players know that. Blood lined up in the sky, they all reunited once I get them sent above. Oh my God, I'm so mad. Your bloodline, I'm so dead. Your bloodline is reunited once I get them sent above. Don't stop saying I love you because it's throwing me the fuck off. Team
40! Swear. Let 40 go, hold it down.
Wrap this nigga up. And battle rap, no.
Go 40.
I'm so annoyed. In battle rap, you gotta learn the ropes before jumping in like double dutch. I watch my step after getting my feet wet. I don't walk through puddles much. I don't walk through puddles much. Yeah, no. I know this. I don't walk through. I gotta slow down. In battle rap, I'm so annoyed.
You think because I'm little I can't reach the top of your mug? One fight could never define who I was, gangsta bitch. You wanna doubt I'm a thug? If I hit this bitch 40 with my bare knuckles, she would lose 40 ounces of blood. Y'all think I'ma let this fake dyke bitch beat me? Y'all think I'ma let this fake dyke bitch beat me? No. Yeah. Ask her, I had to worry her. And if you think I did them dirty, I'll do you dirtier. And if 40 the new 30, look at she looking at her bars. Now I got a 30 her. This hip hop.
Breathe them.
I'm rapping.
They're fire. They're fire.
Now I got a 30 her.
They're fire.
This hip hop is real. You must be losing your knowledge thinking I don't got no.
Ask the nigga who said like if he's at Cray 3 times. What?
Let's go for it. How you go for it? 3 times.
Ask the nigga who we have at the main event. He said paid 3 times. I'm just saying. Like, oh my fucking god, y'all. I'm sorry.
Take your time.
Let me slow down. When it came to K, he said 3. Oh my fucking god. This is history. Niggas think you better than you are. I can't stand it neither. I guess they reacting from the gas, nigga. Something like anesthesia. I mean, that's crazy.
Let's go for it.
Since I came here, I've been writing top 10 niggas know. Right?
Right.
Since I came here, I've been writing niggas know. This is
Go ahead.
Since I came here, I've been writing. I'm just saying. I haven't. Oh my god. You said stop rapping or just stop trying?
No, come on for it.
Keep going.
This city raised me. On the daily is deadly. I put blood in a meal. And you gon' learn you can't eat anybody's spaghetti. I'm moving. I put blood in a meal. And you gon' learn you can't eat anybody's spaghetti. I move with the tools. I said I move with the tools. I said I move with the tools. Move with the tools. I'm just proving everybody wrong that said I can't do what she do.
You only getting booked right now because of your reputation. You got a name and people are booking you. I don't even really understand how you still getting a paycheck in battle rap. You should be getting a deposit and taking your rap serious.
Lock in for a nigga. You wondering why you ain't made it to the top and ain't got no motion because you won't lock in. Lock in.
But now you just playing with the culture. That's all you doing is playing with the culture. And the sad part about it, you actually got a team. Team 40. You got a team. You actually got a fan base of people that actually look up to you and rock with you. You are blessed to be in a position where you can still make money in battle rap. And all you doing is stumbling, reading, pacing like you trying to think of your next bar. You rap like you damn on some spoken word shit. You actually got battles this year where you literally choked all 3 rounds. Like all 3 rounds. It's your attitude. It's how you feel about it. I don't really care. You pull out your phone. You don't give a fuck. You choke in a battle and tell niggas, you know, grind me up later or whatever. Get on me later.
It'll be a long night. Tayshawn, Swamp, Page. You nice. But when I write, niggas recognize a different class. I mean, they got an issue with my projection, but ain't no question it's you who be spitting trash. I'm just saying. Yeah, I got it. When they say, I gotta slow down, I gotta write. Tayshawn Page, I'm not prepared, so drag me later, whatever. Not prepared, so drag me later, whatever.
You don't give a fuck about battle rap. Why are you still battling? Why are you still battling? Then you in spaces trying to explain to niggas how you can choke and still win a round.
You dropped them. Both guys just got a knockdown. Now it's back to the point system. How we score the rounds without knockdown.
So in battle rap, if somebody has a mediocre round and I'm having a fire round and I choke, can that analogy still not be applied? Why does it automatically because I choked, I just lost? Because people say it doesn't matter.
Because he didn't choke. He finished his round. I can't give you a consolation prize for having a good round, but choking.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I was comparing the 2 analogies. If one of them is where I'm able to recover in the boxing side, if you're able to say then they both just cancel themselves out, how come that's not the same as far? Is it because like material is subjective? Because someone put that argument earlier and I'm not mad at that either. But like why wouldn't it be the same? If your material's ass, my material's better, but I fuck up, why wouldn't they both just cancel themselves out?
Because I didn't fumble. You didn't knock me down.
You fumbled coming with mediocre material.
mediocre material versus outweighs a choke, though.
This is what you saying in spaces. Oh, if my material is better, and even if I choke, but my material is better, you ain't winning no round if you choking. We not changing no rules for no fucking 40 bars. I'm at a point right now. Why are you still getting booked? I'm trying to figure out why you getting booked right now. Because you didn't just basically stole mad niggas bread, man. Mad niggas bread. You part of the reason ain't no Chrome 23 choked in the tournament. You fucked up the Yoshi battle. You part of the reason why Remy don't even want to do battle rap. No one can't even make no money with y'all broads. You are part of the reason.
I never wanted to be in your team, shorty. All this best pen shit, you was a liar. Because in order to be from writer's block, first you had to be a writer, and we was helping you. Never mind.
You go to URL, you fuck up, you battle on Queen of the Ring, and you don't want to do the coffee battle. You done flew all the way to New York. You in your hotel room. Niggas is telling me, oh, 40 didn't even have her rhymes right. That's why she canceled the coffee battle. You canceled the coffee battle. That shit got to be rescheduled. You battle Av on Queen of the Ring prom night. Queen of the Ring, where the fuck the battle at? Queen of the Ring, where are the prom night battles? None of them shits didn't drop yet, but you lost that battle too. That's another battle that you fucked up in. You have messed up in damn near every single battle you had this year, except for First Lady Flames. It's the only battle you did good in this year. Every other battle you stumbling, fumbling, choking, not giving a damn, stealing niggas' money, bullshitting, pacing, don't know your bars. Why are you still getting a paycheck in battle rap? That's what I'm trying to understand. Why are you still getting a paycheck in battle rap? Boy, they don't give a fuck about battle rap. Her attitude says it all. It's one thing to choke and actually feel bad about it. Like, damn, I let my fans down. I let the league owner down. I let my opponent down. I messed up good footage. Boy, they don't give a damn. Boy, they like, yo, I don't really care. I'm just going to go home and do what I do.
Not prepared, so drag me later, whatever.
And because you have been a fucking choke fest this entire year, that's why you gotta go on the list.
Something's not right. We're missing something. Something's off. The streets need a body. I think I need to give Chris a call.
Coming in at number 2 on the stock drop list, man, this person is very, very disappointing. I mean, many people have tried to help this individual, but apparently, you know, I guess they supposed to know more than other people know, so they don't want any help. But many people have tried to help this. Fuck it. I'm going to try to help this person now. Fuck it. Yo, P. What's good, man? Damn, nigga, where the hell you been? Yo, we got a lot to talk about with URL, man. But that ain't why I called you. That ain't why I called you. You got the text message I sent you last night? Yeah, about the text message. Did you talk to Smack? I'm just trying to get to a resolution, man. Did you talk to Smack, B, somebody? Yeah, I know that nigga was wild, and he was definitely wild, and he said y'all niggas was wilding too, though. I'm just trying to get them two on the phone. That's all I'm trying to do. Like, I feel like you can probably facilitate that. All right, man. Just know I tried. At the end of the day, just know I tried. All right, I'll let you later. K-Shine, what happened to you, Shine? I can tell niggas don't love you, man. I mean, I can tell niggas don't love you, man. I thought Mook loved you. I thought Rex loved you. I thought, you know, Zip 'em Up love you. I can tell niggas don't love you. Because if they loved you, they would have told you should have called URL. You done went through all this hoopla about battling and battling and battling. All you had to do was make shit right with URL. You had ARP trying to help you out. You had Remy trying to help you out and everybody trying to help you with your situation. This is the pride before the fall. And it's actually on the table that you may never battle again, bro. It's actually on the table that you never battle again. You need to call Smack, man. You really fucked up this whole entire situation, man. Do you realize, bro, that you have not battled since July of 2023? That's the last time you battled. You have not, let me repeat that. You have not battled since July of 2023.
Go to work for it, nigga. You out here, bro, it's a joke because you ain't got no money and you need to go to work, so go to work, nigga.
I used to come to New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to Beasley's crib, interview a lot of the battle rappers. I used to see you over there, K-Shine, you and DNA. I used to see all over there. I used to go over there, come to the URL event on Saturday, stay in New York from Sunday, Monday. I used to be over there, Beasley's crib, 2 consecutive days trying to work on Smack's Untold Truth. That I never finished, by the way, but trying to work on Smack's Untold Truth. I'm interviewing Smack, Charlie Clips, DNA, Rain, all kind of different people. I used to see you at Beasley's crib, bro. Back-to-back days. Sunday and Monday in the same fucking clothes. You was a damn near sleep on a nigga couch, man. Should have just called URL, man. They need a little bit of rejuvenation right now. Tay-Rock just won Cody. Surf about to come home in September. When you, Surf, Twerk, and Rock, y'all could get shit lit over there at URL. You got niggas that put thousands of dollars in there. Now it's fuck Smack's birthday. These some hoe ass niggas. I ain't doing this. I ain't that. Whatever your issue is with URL, I wish you would have worked that situation out. You could have repaid your battle and be done. Out of your contract, onto a new contract, on to battle wherever you want to battle. Leagues are lit right now. You could be on Chiller League. You could have battled on RBE before they quit. You could be on Chrome 23. You could be on a Riot. Leagues are lit right now. And you not even a part of it. And when I really sat back and looked at it, I was like, yo, this motherfucker ain't battled since July of 2023. Now, we ain't got no battle. You keep telling us you battling. We ain't got no battles. But we got 10 interviews, bro.
It's 90% bullshit.
We got 10 interviews of you talking about coming back to battle rap. 10 interviews of you airing out URL and talking about how things are about to be different and you about to come back to battle rap. Oh, you niggas think I'm joking?
It's just be patient. You feel me? Being frustrated, I understand you frustrated because it's not gonna, that's what's gonna frustrate you. You feel what I'm saying? But this is clearly just about patience. It's about a matter of time. I'm telling you out of my own mouth 100 times that I'm gonna battle. Look what the people saying. They done put a nigga back against the wall. I'ma show y'all what the fuck they been missing. You hear me? Tune the fuck in, nigga. Tune the fuck in. Everybody tune the fuck in. I'ma show you what this shit need, motherfuckers. This is the nigga, this is my last battle. Why he sick right now? And if he's sick right now, that would mean, what y'all think? I gotta reschedule it, so I'm still in contract? I see how that whole shit played out, but it's not my fault that nigga got sick and I'm there 3 rounds. So they got mad at that. So now they trying to act like I'm in contract with y'all. I'm not in contract with y'all niggas. They is full. So look, let me go. Let me go. If y'all got y'all, let me go.
Then I don't know if you've seen, but Smack was like, "There's no money coming back in the battle rap," and you know everybody was saying what they were saying, and now everybody's going off like, "Yo, da 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 da," or the battlers asking for too much, or you know, da 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 da. What's your thoughts on that? Because like I said, you just
disagree. You know, I strongly disagree, bro. I strongly disagree, bro. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
I strongly disagree.
I strongly disagree, bro.
I mean, the fans are going back and forth. Some are blaming the league, some are blaming the battlers. Do you think it's a little bit of both? Because it can't just be the battlers for, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yo, bro, I don't know what's going on with their situation, bro.
Okay.
You feel me? But as far as it being money in battle rap, it is money in battle rap. It's a lot of weird shit going on, bro. Like,
shit you ain't got time for, like unnecessary shit.
Yeah, bro. So, and I don't know what niggas got planned next. So, I just know what I got planned next. Y'all need to stay tuned, though.
Stay tuned, man.
Stay tuned.
We definitely gonna stay.
We want you to battle our artists while there's a voting system. So I'm delaying matches.
But I gotta ask, being under an exclusivity contract,
exactly.
It's like don't you classify as one of their artists?
No, bro. The reason why, like, it's I wish I could show you.
How
this
long
shit,
was the
bro.
contract for?
It's an illegal contract, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till you get all the shit that you got going on so we could talk about it. Because, you know, it's frustrating me when you start saying what you got going on, and I know we can't talk about it. That's the shit that killing me. That's killing me. But
it's a good thing, though. It's a great thing for the culture. It's a great thing for the haters, too, because even the hater niggas, bro, low key, bro, y'all need me, bro, because your favorites, I'm the inspiration. You see what this shit looking like? They don't have no direction. Nobody knows what to do. But we gonna show you. We gonna show y'all the Zip 'em Up call. We gonna show y'all that. We gonna give y'all that feel, that passion, that making the crowd throw shit in the air. People leaving soaking wet. No freaky, no homo, but from liquor spilling. And not mad, not fighting each other. Someone splashing liquor on you. That's the shit I bring to events.
You know, none of that, the friendship don't matter, you know, but that's why we'll be smart enough to get into business with people that you can trust as friends, so you know character first. Okay. Before you just jump in for the money. Because what we do, we see the dollar sign at the end, and we don't even realize the pieces that's on the board.
You hear? Yo, the crazy shit is, man, a nigga went through hell waiting for this return, bro. But it's happening.
Right.
This year it's happening, B.
This year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh.
Nobody's talking about that. They talking about other stuff.
Negative shit, right?
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man. It's tough, man. The game is at a tough place, man. It needs a savior, man.
There's actually 2 more interviews. I didn't even feel like playing them, man. But you spent your whole last 2 years slandering URL, slandering the business, talking about how there's, you know, this great comeback you got in battle rap, and fans rallied behind you. There was a lot of anti-URL hate and all this kind of stuff, and fans rallied behind you and really felt like, you know, maybe K-Shine was done wrong. Maybe we should give him the benefit of the doubt. And now that there's no battle, and now that your return hasn't happened, where the interviews at? See, everybody want to be in business when it's good, when you're selling tickets, when you're making money, when the customers are happy. What about when niggas are not happy? What about when niggas are pissed off about the product? You got to still get in front of this camera and face the music. And I realize a lot of y'all in battle rap, man, y'all talk a lot of shit. Y'all are very bravado on stage and everything, but off stage, y'all have a hard time facing the music. Niggas are telling me you not even doing interviews right now. That's the crazy part. You know, Uncle Raw, Hip Hop is Real. None of these niggas can catch up with you to do interviews. So right now, you've been lying to the American public. We gonna got an event. We got this going on, that going on, lying to the American public. And there's not even an event going on. You really fucked up from the beginning. So first of all, you get this Power Network. We never heard of this Power Network. But the network is another app. So let me get this straight. You leave one app that you don't own to go to another app that you don't own. So the Power Network is $4.99 a month, and then you still gotta buy the pay-per-view, which the pay-per-view is $59.99. Bro, nobody is supporting that bullshit. You got this Power Network. You try to book Briz. Okay, cool. Briz seems like a very worthy opponent. Your return, Briz return, both of y'all return. It can make a movie. You trying to pay Briz $100,000 and you thought that was smart? I always do blogs on do not abuse the plug. Just cause you got $100,000 don't mean you need to spend $100,000. And who the fuck told you Briz was worth $100,000?
Not around here, partner. Not around here.
You can't never make no money trying to overpay for a big splash, and that's basically what you was doing. Come to find out, you don't get Briz. Briz said that never happened. Shoddy Horror is next on the plate. It would have been a good battle in the UK. It's not a good battle in Atlanta. It's not a good return battle. And you try to do the battle in Atlanta. You try to do it on the 31st, New Year's Eve. Nobody is watching battle rap at New Year's Eve. That was a Tuesday night. New Year's Eve was a Tuesday night. We talked to the Power Network dude. We tried to tell the dude that Tuesday night wasn't a good night. The nigga gonna tell us, man, everybody's off that night. I don't give a fuck if everybody's off. It's not a good night, bum ass nigga. Nobody is spending their New Year's Eve trying to watch battle rap.
Dummy!
He decides to do it anyway. And I'm gonna tell you what happened, Sean. Anytime you drop a pay-per-view and you drop a main event, there is always pre-sales. There's always people that's going to run out, subscribe to the network, subscribe to the Power Network, try to buy tickets, try to support the event. When them tickets weren't moving, they got the fuck on. Add that to the fact that URL sent them a cease and desist. There is no more Power Network now. They got the fuck out of business, didn't want to go to court with URL. URL talking about you owe them like $50,000, all kind of shit for some bullshit ass contract you signed way before. I'm trying to figure something out. How you are a legend in battle rap and you still signing battle rap contracts? You not real sick. You not Ace Amin. You not some nigga from the tournament. How are you a nigga from the Lions Den, a legend in battle rap, God tier, and you still signing URL contracts, and you sign some type of weird kind of deal? So he signed a deal where URL would basically guarantee him a certain amount of battles, but instead of paying him per battle, they stretched it out over months and gave him a monthly stipend.
Matches, bro, on this contract, right?
This for the year or just
This
5
is for
matches?
the year. It could be for whenever these matches are done and the money is paid out.
Right.
Because how I set my contract up is really different from everybody else. Because I deal with a different type of money there. Now I can't say the money because that's what's in my contract.
Right.
When you see things like that in contracts, you should know something is kind of. Why can't I talk about what you should know? Something is what.
Right.
But however, we're gonna honor that, right?
Right.
But me knowing me, man, I'm coming from nothing. You feel what I'm saying? My life is changing through battle rap.
Right.
You know, I done did everything to try to change my life and it didn't do it, but battle rap did.
Right.
So I said, you know what? I'm known for making
deep.
mistakes and crashing out.
Yeah.
So instead of saying, let me get all this bread up, I'm going to take a lot up front, but then y'all going to pay me out monthly until I'm paid in full.
And that basically K-Shine was getting paid every month, which allowed him to kind of manage his bills and everything like that. But the problem is, once he missed the Daylight battle, then he missed the Jack Boy battle, and then he ended up on URL battles. So he didn't got all his money, but he don't want to do the battles no more. He didn't got it. See, that's the problem when you get all your money and all your money. By the time you get to the part where you gotta finally battle your last opponent or something like that, or you missed a battle, you got to battle at the end. And by the time you get to the last opponent, you might have been and got your money months before. You ain't even picking up no money when you show up to battle. So now K-Shine don't even want to do the battle no more. And I see you doing a lot of complaining about your contract, but you the one that signed it. You mean to tell me you didn't read your contract?
Ain't know how to read yet, fuck nigga. Go learn how to read. I ain't forgot how we used to popcorn in U.S. school, and you used to get mad. Yeah, go learn how to read, fuck nigga.
And when you look up right now, it's really on the table, bro. You may never battle again, because wherever you try to battle, this Power Network, Bags and Bodies, TBL, The Riot, Chrome 23, URL is going to send a cease and desist. And that's really what's stopping you from battling right now. So I don't really know where you're going to go, bro. You need to pick up the phone, call URL and apologize and try to get back in battle rap, because this is the pride before the fall. It sounded real good. Like, oh, I don't really need URL. URL is going to stop you from battling anywhere else. And maybe some people may say, fuck the cease and desist. It's possible, but a lot of people is not going to even want to deal with that bullshit. The question becomes, where are you going to battle? The Power Network is done, bro. You really sent knowledge out here on this wild goose chase telling the fans, oh yeah, it got postponed since December and Shine to be back in like April or March. Bro, it is damn near May now and we ain't heard from you or heard from you. And then you did Shotty fucked up. Let's just keep it real. You did Shotty fucked up too. You got this nigga out here defending you on Twitter, arguing with fans on Twitter, talking about the Power Network, trying to defend them, trying to defend you, and you just leave this nigga out to dry. You are the face of this network. You ain't addressed nobody. You ain't apologized to fans. You ain't probably returned no bread from if anybody bought any tickets. You probably ain't done nothing. And your refusal to face the music is why you got to go on the list. It's always easy when things are good, when everything's going right, when nobody's mad at you, when nobody's pissed off. You got to sit in front of this camera and tell the American people, I fucked up. K-Shine fucked up. And by the way, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know anything about business. I don't know how to run a damn battle league. I barely met these Power Network niggas. I just met them a couple weeks ago and they decided to throw an event. I don't know shit about these niggas. I don't know shit about their app. I'm not even subscribed to the fucking app, for crying out loud. I'm trying to get y'all niggas to do. You gotta face the music. And when you don't want to face the music, you become a coward, bro. When you got knowledge to do your dirty work for you and talk to the American people and tell them what's going on
the phone with Shine. You know, I'm like, yo, Shine, man, the people are waiting. They're waiting for this announcement. you know, what's going on, man? Like, you know, you and Shotty, what's happening? He said, yo, knowledge, man, a couple things had to get switched up.
You became a coward, bro. And I'm just keeping it real with you. A lot of niggas don't want to tell you this. How do I know niggas don't love you? Because if you had real friends in your corner, Rex, Mook, other zip 'em up niggas, if you had real friends in your corner, they would have told you to fix your problems in battle rap. Get back to making money. Get back to the fans. What's the use of having some music fans if you losing your battle rap fans? All that shit should tie in together. But you so afraid of the backlash for you not battling and coming up with this fugazi ass plan for the Power Network, you can't even promote. You not even online, bro. You done shied away so much from being online. How the hell you gonna even promote your music? And this is what happened when niggas avoid shit and don't want to face the music. So because of that, that's why you gotta go on the list.
Let me pop my ish. Welcome to the stock drop list. It's that time of the year, and you know why we here. Before we get started, shout out to ChrisUnbias. You know what I'm saying? In the year 2024, there was some dope moments in battle rap. We had Loaded Lux versus Rum Nitty. We had a lot of dope events. You know what I'm saying? But you missed this one. We needed this one. This should have been out 4 weeks ago. But we here, and we really interested in who could take the throne with the stock that dropped the most. You know what I'm saying? So the only way to the MCs, you know what I'm saying, before you get in your dealings and your feelings, the only way to get off of this list is to turn up next year.
Number one on the stock drop list, man. Who is it, man? Who is number one on the stock drop list? This person is very well deserving. I think the last 2 years has been very interesting, and that's how they landed up on the stock drop list. Verb, what happened to you, Verb? This is gonna be a very long segment, man. You might want to go get your popcorn, get you something to drink, you know what I'm saying? Get you a bottled water, get you something to drink. This is gonna be this is almost a blog within a blog. We can talk about the Hitman Holla drama. We can talk about the Geechee Gotti drama. We can talk about the beef he had with URL. We can talk about his alliances with Byron Blake and him in spaces with ADEP and all kind of people like that. We can talk about him tagging Nick Cannon and wanting to be the police and all this fake ass security he's supposed to have. We could talk about all of that has come to while Verb has became so lame in the last 2 years. But we got to at least get to how we got here. We got to go back and figure out, how did we get here? This is going to be an interesting segment, man. We talk a lot about jealousy and envy. Let me read you this definition. Although many people consider envy and jealousy synonymous, they are actually different. Envy is the painful feeling of wanting what someone else has, like attributes or possessions. The painful feeling of wanting what someone else has, like attributes or possessions. Jealousy, you feel threatened or fearful of losing your position or a situation to someone else. I'll never confuse Verb of being jealous. I don't think Verb is a jealous person per se. He's not going anywhere. He's on Mount Rushmore. He's a top tier battle rapper. He's a, one of the founding fathers that made this culture what it is today. Nobody can ever take that away from Verb. He is definitely on Mount Rushmore. I actually have him on my Mount Rushmore. At my Mount Rushmore as it stands, Mook, Lux, Verb, Arsenal. That's my Mount Rushmore as it stands. So I put Verb very high. It could change here or there, but as of right now, that's what it is. That's not going anywhere. Verb's position in battle rap is pretty set. I do think Verb is very envious. A lot of y'all have a hard time identifying insecure people who are successful. And a lot of people feel like, well, why would they ever be insecure? Look how successful they are. Over the past couple years, Verb has been very derogatory, whether it was URL, whether it was battle rappers constantly tearing people down. And I know a lot of y'all probably thought it's just battle rap. But actually, it's actually deeper than that. And one thing about people, if they always have to remind you who they are, it's because they're insecure. Oh, I don't got to battle anymore. I beat the game twice. I beat the game twice. I don't got to battle no more. I beat the game twice.
Do not forget, I'm the reason we here.
I led kings to war. Y'all do understand that, right? All right. You know I'm the most battle tested, right? Yes. I saw the game on the highest settings. Yes. This is what happens when you challenge me, okay?
I'm one of the only people that got 3-0 chance against Mook and Lux. I'm one of the only people that got 3-0 chance against Mook and Lux. Nobody else, just me against Mook and Lux. Punk ass nigga, we saw the battles. We saw the 3-0 chance as well. You don't gotta constantly remind us of that. There's a saying that when you are good, you tell people. And when you are great, they tell you.
Stop. What do you mean by that?
Let me repeat that. That might have went over some people's head. When you are good, you constantly tell people. And when you are great, people will tell you. When you are secure, you don't have to constantly stroke your ego. A lot of y'all may wonder where I'm going with all this. I haven't even got to why Verb is on a stock drop list. And there's something else I want to talk about at the end. Because Verb, you actually been lying on me. And we're going to address that at the end. But I want to take y'all on a story to get to how Verb got to where he was within the last 2 years within this culture. We're going to go back in a little bit of history. When Verb first started, obviously he battled Marv 1. He battled Hollow the Don. He came to URL, battled Mav. He battled Midwest Miles. He was on top. He was doing his thing.
I improved this year. I can make any and every crowd wild. No more 40-yard dash-ass battles. It's time to run miles.
Hitman at the time was battling Cortez and Rich Dollars and Arsenal, and he was also making a name for himself. But it was a clear-cut distinction that Verb was the man of the Midwest St. Louis little movement that they had. When Summer Madness 1 came and he battled Clips, he took a bad loss. He was outside complaining that they weren't listening to him. He wasn't able to get his bars off. All that. If you go back to the battle, Verb actually wasn't good in that battle.
He gonna get some miles, big miles. This your crowd, homie. All I ask is that you pay respect and start Murray Brown like, hey, I owe you. Nigga, make sure you go bow on me. I know a lot of y'all wishing I got on the wrong flight. Y'all want to dick ride each other, it's good. He got a long night.
That was a very big loss. Hitman also took a loss that day. He lost to Hollow the Don, but the battle wasn't looked at as that big of a loss because I think a lot of people had Hollow over Hitman at the time because Hollow was another big star in his own right, and the battle was a little bit closer. The Charlie Clips battle looked like it was just 3-0 Clips. So you had Summer Madness 1. Summer Madness 2, he battled Rex. He get killed versus Rex. The little Diddy joint, put the 10K up. He loses that.
Smack, you gotta say something, my nigga.
Meanwhile, Hitman is battling John the Don on a battle that a sponsor paid for. He's battling that, and he's actually having battle of the night because you had Mook and Iron Solomon, you had Lux and Calico, and you had Verb and Rex. You had a lot of battles, but one of the best back and forths at the time was actually John and Hitman. And because of the gap being closed, it kind of caused them to battle. If you listen to Hitman, he always tells you that he never wanted to battle Verb. Like Verb it was a lot of chatter in the city on who was the best, stuff like that. And Verb was the one that came out first, like, yo, we can battle. So he was like, he never thought about battling Verb. They battle, Verb wins the battle, in my opinion, 2-1. Very, very close battle, but it became a battle where it was like, yo, I may not be little bro too much anymore. Like, I'm really like becoming one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So Verb had a couple battles in his backyard. He had the Arsenal battle, the Hitman battle in his backyard. Hitman goes on a battle, Conceited, Shotgun Suge, and who else did he battle? Surf. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the views of those battles, Surf 10 million. Conceited 7 million. The views were drastically different. And with the views, the way URL was paying you, they obviously needed the YouTube money. They weren't real. All they had was sponsors and YouTube money. So there wasn't no app. Hitman then was able to ask for way more money. Like way back in the day, Hitman was trying to get 14, 15, 18K out of URL, especially after Mook put his price out there. And a lot of people felt like Mook didn't have a good battle. When Hitman came on the scene and started having all of these great battles and the views started skyrocketing, then Hitman was trying to get up to the $20,000 like Mook was. Verb, on the other hand, never could get the views Hitman get. You know what I'm saying? If you look at him and Lux right now, and that's the biggest battle on URL for Verb, all of that drama they had outside after the K-Shine battle, I let you eat after I get off my plate, all that kind of stuff. The battle only sits at 2 million views. So when you're looking at Surf and you looking at Hitman, they 10 million views. Lux and Verb, 2 million views. There was a clear distinction in the views, and URL was like, if we want to make money in battle rap, if we want to do our thing, we need to bring eyes on the battle rap. And the people that's bringing the eyes is Hitman. Hitman became like the #1 guy view-wise in battle rap. So he was commanding much more money. Now, here you got Verb, who always played big bro, and here you got Hitman, who's making more money than him. And that just continued on throughout. And Verb needed money, and Hitman was making the money. And Hitman went on, eventually gets on Wild 'N Out, does his thing, becomes a celebrity, takes off. The rest is history. Verb spends a lot of his time being pay Verb. He goes around, he battles Ilmac and Caustic and all these people, and he's battling over here for $2,000 and $2,500. He even battled D.I. the Henny Man and all these kind of people. And it's no disrespect to D.I. the Henny Man, but D.I. the Henny Man can't get a Surf battle. He can't get a Hitman battle, but he can get a Verb battle. So this is the kind of thing that I say that Verb was battling any and everybody for a paycheck. And anytime you put yourself out there for money, niggas will treat you like a hoe. And that's why Verb never was up there in pay. And this is where the envy starts. He could never command the kind of money Hitman did. He didn't get the views, but he had the talent. And to him, he might have even felt like he helped put Hitman on, like I ushered in a new Midwest movement. So I always felt like when it came time that ARP booked Averb versus Mook, when he booked that battle, he paid Averb double what he had paid him in the previous battle. So this was the most amount of money Verb had ever got for a battle. He got paid double. After that battle was set, ARP decides to add Bill Collector and Hitman to the card and make it like a St. Louis thing. Like, I'm going to bring Young Ill over. I'm going to have him battle Ill Will. I'm going to bring Hitman over. I'm going to have him battle Bill Collector. Obviously, Hitman is the bigger star. He's on Wild 'N Out. He's a bigger star. ARP has already said in a blog, and he's told me behind the scenes, that Verb exact words were, Hitman cannot make more money than me. He hasn't done anything for me. He hasn't put any money in my pocket. That to me is just clear hate. It's envy for someone that's making more money than you. So I don't know if he tried to use that situation to get ARP to pay him more money or whatever it is, but for someone that always talks this STL shit, he basically was cool because, you know, Hitman ended up not being on the Mook card. So basically at the end of the day, he stopped Hitman from getting money over there. And that kind of started their issue. So when you fast forward to this Gerald McCoy thing later on and all this kind of stuff, and he's like, oh, you know, Gerald came to him and asked him, what do you think about me helping him out with URL? You know, they trying to put the Mook battle together, Hitman and Mook. When he says things like, oh, Nick Cannon ain't even fucking with him, or he ain't even fucking with Nick Cannon, that's another sign of envy. You just mad that another person is getting an opportunity. You can't go to URL and battle. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you was hating on Hitman again.
Hey, so Verb, you never said that shit he said you said. Like,
What did he say?
About him and Nick. And him
That's not what I
fucking
said. No.
with Nick.
What I said was, I said those words, but you might have took the context kind of crazy.
So hate can be a lot of different ways. Is he coming out saying, no, Gerald McCoy, do not help Hitman? No, he just throwing a little shade like, I don't know, man. You know, he ain't working with Hitman no more. And I ain't really been on tour lately. And he, you know, he in spaces a lot more. And you making it seem like, yo, if you put this money up, he might not be good for the money. And that's another sign of envy. There was a lot of enviness that occurred between Hitman and Verb. I don't even think that can be debated. And people that know more behind the scenes cannot be debated as well. Verb was never making, Verb looks like he would be making kind of similar money to a dude like Hitman. He never was. Then you look at Surf. Surf is another person who Verb beat in a battle. But once again, Surf is Surf. You know what I'm saying? He kind of came up around, smacked them a little bit, you know, living in the tri-state area. One of the battlers people gravitated to more, and he was one of the king of views as well. Arsenal, Surf, and Hitman became like the king of views or whatever, as far as like URL and stuff like that. And he was another guy that was commanding a big payday from URL because the fans just fuck with Surf so much. And here you got Verb, who battled Surf on guerrilla warfare and beat him, is looking at it like, yo, this is another dude that I beat. I beat Hitman. I beat Surf. These niggas are making more money than me. I always looked at Verb like he was envious of Surf as well. And we'll get to that in a minute. Verb never was making any real money in battle rap, bro. Never was making. I was there when he battled Gems. That was a winner take all battle kind of thing. I literally counted the money. It was $3,500. That's what he was battling Gems for. If you look at Hitman around that time, Hitman is getting $12,000, $13,000, $18,000 a battle. This is what Hitman is getting. Verb is battling Gems for $3,500 and he lost the battle. He left with no bread. I remember sitting around there looking at Verb in the venue. Verb was so fucking hurt that he didn't have that bread, bro. He was so hurt.
They liked his round. They were in the crowd. They were saying like it's over. So it's like once they did, they did. That's it. So you know, just happy to be here. Like I say, coming into a war, doing a winner take all, and you know, I'm happy to be here.
What do you think about like judge battles in general? Something you want to do?
I wouldn't take another one either.
You know what I'm saying? He even had to borrow money even to get an Uber home. Like, this is some more behind the scenes stuff that niggas don't know. Like, he can try to say it's cap, all that kind of stuff. The nigga literally borrowed money from a league owner just to get home. Probably thought he was going to walk in there, beat Gems, get this $3,500 and all was good. He walked out of there with no fucking bread, bro. And we know that he went through his pay Verb phase where he was battling everybody under the sun. Nobody ever looks at Verb like he's really an end game. You can argue he beat Lux. You can argue he beat Mook. You can argue he beat Hitman. He definitely beat Surf. These are four guys that make way more money than Verb in battle rap. Way more money. And I know a lot of what people make in battle rap. Way more money than him. You can argue that he beat them. You never hear people saying Verb is their end game though. Like, oh, I got to get a Verb battle. The problem with Verb is he put himself out there so much he became a hoe to money. And anytime you become a hoe to money, niggas is going to treat you that way. So they can always throw a little bit of money at you because you became pay Verb. So when you battle for $3,000 and $2,500 and $3,500, that's how they going to treat you. Verb, Hitman, Surf, Lux, Mook. They didn't battle that much and they kept their stock very, very high, even if they took losses. And Surf took a lot of losses, but his aura and his status still kept him high. And that's why these niggas become more in-game. People look at Lux and Mook and all them as in-game battles. They never look at Verb that way because Verb was a whore for money. Let's continue on with the envious thing. You got Midnight Madness. Midnight Madness was something that Verb kind of had a pretty good idea about. You know, there was rumors that he might have helped start or whatever. Everybody gravitated to Surf. And then he was trying to do his Island God team with Yoshi and Snake Eyes, and he was doing a team with Prestave and everybody. Everybody gravitated to Surf, and Surf stopped, and Verb stopped doing it. And it became a Surf thing, and Surf just blew it up. Eventually, Surf went to jail. But when Surf was not in jail, bro, he dominated Spaces over Verb. He dominated Midnight Madness over Verb. He was the nigga that was making all the noise. He was commentating on URL, and then when they opened back up, he battled all them people in a row. John, JC, Cortez, won all them battles. He had battle rap at the palm of his hand. If you a nigga like Verb, and you feel like you beat that nigga, and you feel like he ain't shit, this is where the envy comes in. Why am I not like that? When I hear Verb talking shit about Surf, every now and then he still talks shit about Surf being locked up. Still got his slick shit to say about Surf when all this time talking about, oh, Surf is, you know, following a tranny online and all this kind of stuff.
The video says, okay, let me tell y'all if y'all haven't seen it. It's just Surf following a cop show. That's it. You know, he just chose to press follow on a cop show, man. I don't know what, you know, maybe it was an accident. Let's just per se. Maybe it was a slight accident.
And Verb literally be online with trannies. Why? Because you can make money on bingo.
So my answer still ain't good enough for you. I ain't going through no niggas.
But you've already let us know that you don't always stand on the truth. So I just have to make sure, you know, sometimes when you're a known liar, you know, sometimes you just want to make sure you're telling the truth this time.
Tell you what, so let's play a game. How about you ask Verb again, and then Cherry, you just answer it. Fuck it, because clearly you don't need my help. So I'm just
know the truth. Yes, I have went through a motherfucking wallet. Yes, I have.
I have not went through a motherfucking.
Take your sip and get your blunt. What you doing?
I ain't.
Yeah.
A lot of people know homosexuals, LGBT community, they all have money, bro. They all have money. So Verb is just over there compromising who the fuck he is as a person. Talked all this shit about Surf just to be with trannies, just so they can make money, buy certain things over there so that his bingo stuff can make money. You're a prostitute, Verb. You're a prostitute. You'll do anything for money. And I'm going to continue to explain how you'll deal with trannies, something you really got an issue with Surf, but you'll compromise who you are and deal with trannies just so you can try to make money on bingo. You really are in a fucked up position, but you be carrying yourself like you got this culture in the palm of your hand, and you don't. Surf gets locked up, you start taking over the spaces and you act like you just the man and you got shit lit. And I will admit you did have stuff lit, but you only had stuff lit when Surf got locked up. You never had shit lit when he was out. Make no mistakes about it. You couldn't hold a candle to his voice in this culture. And when he got locked up, you realized that there was a door open for you to fill that void. And that's what you basically been doing. Let's talk about URL. Verb for damn near a year and a half spent a lot of time hating on URL. And for what? What did URL do to Verb? Let's just keep it real. What did they do to Verb? Verb kept saying, oh, Beasley lied to me. Beasley don't owe you the truth, bro. He don't owe you the truth. Y'all not partners. Y'all not friends. Y'all not homeboys. Y'all not none of that. You are a contract performer and they pay you for a service. And as long as you sign a contract, performed, and they paid you, and they don't owe you any money, that's all URL owes you. You spend a lot of time downgrading the company, talking shit about URL, beating up a black company. I never really respected that. URL never did anything to you. All they did was gave you an opportunity to showcase your talent. You did very well at that, helped make you into a star, and you turned around and just spent 2 years damn near shitting on them for what? And then you used to say dumb stuff like, oh, you know, Smack and Beasley are taking all the money. Smack, Beasley, and Chico are the owners of the Battle League. In what business does the worker make more than the owners? Let me repeat, in what business does the worker make more than the owners? Only in battle rap do niggas run around with this dumbass idea. Y'all actually think Twerk, use him as an example, should be making more money as Smack? Why? URL took all the risks, bro. URL took all the risks. Early on when they was doing free battles and not making any money, and Swag was putting monies up for battles like Math and Rex, URL took all the risks. They find the venues, they find the sponsors, they get insurance, all kind of stuff. They pay people out up front and hope people perform well. They can deal with no-shows and cancellations and all kind of stuff. URL takes all the risk. And you think you should be making more than an owner? You had an opportunity, Verb, to create your own league. You had World War at one point in time in St. Louis. If you could see the vision of battle rap and what battle rap would become, you could have turned World War into a little URL. But it's always a nigga who never put the risk up. It's always a nigga that saw somebody else take a vision and send it from A to Z. It's always a nigga that put all the money up, sacrifice, for another nigga on the side to be like, oh man, he just shortchanging and he just taking all the money and he just not doing this and he just unfair and he's not this. What the fuck have you done? You ain't done more than for battle rap than Smack and Beasley and Chico, not even in the least. So for them 2 years you spent trying to shit on URL, it really didn't make any sense to me. And anytime people spend all their time talking about people, whether it's URL, whether it's battle rappers or one thing, it's one thing to talk about Swamp and A-Ward. You're booked for a battle. It's another thing to be talking about Hitman and Geechee Gotti and URL. This is not about a battle. You already battled Hitman and Geechee Gotti, and you're not going to do a rematch, and you spent damn near 2 years shitting on URL. People that talk about people all the time, literally waking up and closing their eyes at night talking about people, are never secure where they are in their own life. Let's be real, bro. We don't really know what's going on with Verb. We don't know what's going on with Verb at all. When I look at Verb, Verb looks sick to me, bro. He really looks sick. And I don't wish that on him at all. I'm not saying this is like trying to be funny. He doesn't look healthy. All he's doing is just losing weight. It wasn't even that long ago. Verb weighed a lot more than he do now. Verb then lost hella weight, hella fast. And I don't expect Verb to get online and keep it real with niggas and let niggas know what's going on. It's a battle rap angle. We in battle rap, we're in a culture where people don't really support a lot of other people. So I don't expect him to keep it real in that nature, but he doesn't look healthy to me. So when I talk about not being happy with where you are in your life and stuff like that, on the outside looking in, it can always appear that people are doing well, but that's not the case. You would have never known Anwar had cancer or was dealing with cancer if he wouldn't have told you. We just saw him on Champion, losing a lot of weight and couldn't understand why. And everybody had their speculation and everybody had this and that, but we saw Anwar at one weight and it wasn't too much longer. We saw him at a different weight. Nobody would have ever suspected that he was dealing with cancer. He didn't have to come online and tell you. They just dealt with it privately. You never know what a person is dealing with to have them in this kind of mode where they're constantly talking about people and downgrading, you know. You're never happy with where you are in your own life, bro. Verb had a lot of opportunities, bro. He had a league. He had a battle rap league at one point in time. He could never turn it into what URL is turned into. Y'all niggas be looking at Verb, man, like Verb is lit or something. I be hearing niggas be like, man, Verb is lit. Verb ain't fucking lit, bro. It's not lit at all. Verb is in spaces all the time. And one of the things Verb says a lot is, oh, you know, people pay me to come on podcasts and people pay me to speak on things. And this person wants to interview me and pay me. And this person wants to interview and pay me. Why don't you create your own podcast and actually be the owner? Why don't you create your own podcast and actually be the owner? Verb could be what Math is right now. Verb is actually more entertaining than Math. He got his own little connections. He know a few St. Louis people. He was cool enough with some New Yorkers and different other people. Verb could have created his own podcast. But you niggas think so fucking simple-minded, you'll rather be a worker than be an owner. You would rather be a worker than be an owner. See, to y'all, Verb is lit. Oh, he went to MS3S and they paid him to come down to Miami and do an interview. Who gives a fuck? They hit me up to do an interview and pay me too. Verb went over here and did an interview and they paid him. You will impress me. And I repeat, you will impress me when you become the owner. If you so lit, you got to take your talent and you got to take your likeness and you have to monetize it. And you can't ever monetize to the maximum ability as a fucking worker. You have to be an owner. And the problem with Verb, he don't own shit, bro. He don't own shit. He started a podcast in St. Louis. Had some St. Louis people on. Quit. Started a podcast with Rashad McCants. Oh, remember him and Rashad McCants was supposed to get the culture so lit? And I'm taking off. I don't need battle rap no more. I'm taking off. Rashad McCants said, fuck you, and went back to Gilbert Arenas. And once again, you quit. There is no more move around podcast or whatever it is. Verb, you don't own anything. And when you're not an owner, you're never fucking lit. So you can run around here and talk about people paying you to speak. You will impress me, ChrisUnbias, when you become the owner. You could be where Math is. You don't even believe in yourself, bro. You don't even got the work ethic to do that shit. Verb don't own nothing, bro. Verb right now can't show you one deed on a house with his name on it that he owns. Don't own anything. I can look at his surroundings right now. Look at his fucking podcast. Nigga did a podcast about 6 or 7 months ago. I can look into this nigga whole entire house. in one fucking picture frame. Look at the frame we in right now, and all you see is this wall. I can look through this nigga whole entire house in one frame. I can see a sink. I can see a faucet. You mean to tell, what you doing, a video in a fucking kitchen? Behind you, I can see the fucking sofa. I can see the TV on the wall. What are you, in a studio apartment? I can see you got strobe lights like you fucking 17 years old. I can see all of that. You fucking doing videos and stuff in a garage. Verb is damn near the Charleston White of battle rap. He just says a lot of outlandish stuff. Geechee Gotti is a snitch, and this person did this, and URL stole thousands of dollars, and so did this, and talking to Byron Blake, and talking to Ada.
I said, somebody like little girls, the niggas who like little girls documented. Y'all don't want to believe me because it's painful. I'm gonna give y'all somebody thorough, just to ask him. Ask the wolf, has he not seen anything like what I'm saying around here?
He don't got no morals. He'll do anything to create some type of traction. When he look around at people like Hitman and Surf, they never had to do that, bro. They never had to do that to stay lit. He can't go to URL and get booked. There's no more RBE. How many fake retirements Verb was supposed to be on? I don't need battle rap. I got Rashad McCants. I don't need this. I'm about to take off. I got people that want to interview me and book me for this. I don't need battle rap. The nigga came back and battled Chilla Jones. And you know what the crazy thing about the Chilla Jones battle? Do you know what the crazy thing about the Chilla Jones battle? Come here, come a little closer. This is the crazy thing. I don't think no one has ever said this. Nobody fucking asked for it. We don't give a fuck about you battling Chilla Jones, bro. The Swamp battle was cool. The A-Ward battle was cool. Maybe the Av battle was cool. Nobody asked for you to battle Chilla Jones. You can't leave battle rap because you don't have nowhere to go. If niggas are trying to pay you to come speak, then that must mean there's an interest in you. Take your interest and become an owner. You are never fucking lit when you just a worker. And online with trannies, anytime you compromise your morals for money, bro, you are a prostitute, bro. All you gotta do is dangle some money in front of Verb, and Verb can be bought. And all his morals will go out the window.
So I just have to make sure, sometimes when you're a known liar, sometimes you just want to make sure you're telling the truth this time.
But all that stuff I mentioned before, the envy and all that, that's how we got to how he started hating on Hitman throughout the years, still shitting on Surf when he is in jail and unable to defend himself, and also hating on URL. That's how we got there. And for that, you got to go on the list. But now, let's get into this lie that you keep telling. I'm tired of people hitting me up. Oh, ChrisUnbias, you're just mad at Verb because he wouldn't do an interview with you. Oh, really?
Be real, fuck nigga. You out here being faker than $2 bills, and you wondering why you out here lame and nobody hang with you, cause you need to be real. Be real then.
ChrisUnbias don't like me because I didn't do an interview.
Unbiased got mad at me because I wouldn't do an interview. I wouldn't come and do an interview.
Why are you lying? Like literally, why are you lying? Let me show y'all something. Me and Verb and our supposedly untold truth we were going to do one day. Y'all remember this post on Instagram where I put Hitman, Young Ill, and I said A-Verb completes the trilogy. And in the comments section, I said A-Verbs complete the trilogy. Tag Verb and tell him it's time. Let's make history. If you go into the comments section, they were actually tagging Verb right here. They were tagging him. If you click on it, it's blank. It's blank. Instagram from Verb got deactivated. So I can't show y'all the messages between me and Verb because he don't have this Instagram anymore. He got a new Instagram. But during this time, me and Verb had went back and forth on Instagram. His exact words were, and this is on everything I love. Everything I love. I hit Verb up. I said, y'all want to do an untold truth with you. Okay. He saw the tags. He knew what was going on. He was like, man, you be doing them long interviews or whatever, man. I'm going to have to charge you if I sit down with you. Now, I'm a businessman, bro. I already know how much Untold Truths make. I made $1,400 on Hitman Untold Truth, $1,200 on Young Ill. I already know that Untold Truths are going anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500. So I'm like, And he says, well, if we were doing a quick interview, I would just do one, but for a long interview, I'm going to have to charge you. He says, what's your budget? We go back and forth over a little budget or whatever, a couple messages, and then we kind of agreed on $100 an hour. Swear to God. Swear to God. I'm going to tell you the fraud shit about Verb. $100 an hour. Verb is with it. Sends me his Cash App, Island God Verb, I believe it was at the time. Like, yo, just send me a deposit or whatever. I was like, I'll send you a deposit when I'm getting ready to lock you in. Everything was cool. He tells me I'm about to battle Easy to Block Captain. I'm going to St. Louis to lock in. We can interview after the battle. That's what the nigga tells me, right? I'm like, cool, I'm going to get Verb for 4 hours. $400 is what we agreed upon. I was on live one day, and everybody was like, yo, when your next Untold Truth? And I'm like, yo, I'm trying to get Verb. I said, I was talking to Verb. Verb want to do an Untold Truth. It's probably going to cost me about $400, $100 an hour. I need at least 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might only be like the content could be shorter, but I wanted to make sure that I had enough time. So I aimed at 4 hours. Swear to God, bro. Let me show y'all this. This is from March 7th, 2022. March 7th, 2022. A fan cashed out me $200. $200 a fan cashed out me to interview Verb. He was one of Verb's biggest fans. He liked Verb a lot. He wanted to do it. He was like, man, I'm going to send you half of it. So now I'm really on it. I'm like, I'm going to make $1,400 and I'm only paying $200. So why didn't I interview with Verb? What happened in between this Cash App and the actual interview? Some interesting things happen. So first, Verb goes and battles Easy to Block Captain. Loses the battle, right? Okay, cool. The dude sends me the money. Sent me the money after the battle. Sends me the money, right? I'm like, okay, I'm going to try to lock it in. So I'm like, all right, I figured I'd give Verb a little bit of time. I ain't going to sweat him right after the battle. I'm like, yo, let's do the interview or whatever. So I was like, I'm going to try to catch up with him, get my questions ready and everything. But in my mind, Verb had already told me he'll do the interview. So I just got to cash up him the deposit. He told me to send him the deposit, half of the money up front. I'm like, cool. So I'm trying to navigate when I can actually do the interview with 4 hours with Verb. You know, I got a trucking business stuff going on. I'm trying to figure out when I can lock in with Verb. 2 doors down happened. Out of nowhere. Wake up, this girl online saying, oh, Chris moved in my neighborhood 2 doors down, stalked me. Kind of messed everything up for me in battle rap. Even though it was a lie, it took a toll on me trying to repair my image. Took a toll. So that whole thing happened. I leave the internet for a month because my lawyer was like, don't say nothing, don't talk. We're going to look into this. I'm sending them the videos or whatever. I come back, do a blog, explain the situation. But I'm really mad at the culture for like believing it. You know what I'm saying? In a way, because I'm like, if you can say this about me, then you can basically just go to the cops if you really feel that way. Why are you going to the internet? It's because I really don't live 2 doors down from you. So I was on some F the culture thing. But I saw a space from Verb. And I'm going to tell you, this is the whole shit. Verb, you really got marked out, bro. And this is when I realized that you are such a sucker. You really got fucking marked out. So Verb does a space. If you remember around that time, Verb brought Mickey Fax, Swave Seba, Bonnie Godiva, Hustle into a space at different times. With Mickey and Swave, it was asking them like, yo, you were in his redemption video. How do you feel about, what's going on? So they grinded me up to some degree, well, not too much, but they like, oh, this is very shocking. All this, they saying that. When he interviewed Hustle and Bonnie, they don't like me anyway. They said a lot of things. Oh, he's always been a weirdo. He's this. And Verb is in there saying, well, he don't need to be in the culture. He don't need to be in the culture. We got to get people like Unbiased out of the culture. This is what's being said in the space. This is all during the month of time that I'm not blogging, right? where my lawyer is telling me to chill. I'm listening to people just sending me all these videos like, man, they talking shit about you. Verb was a big component of the space around that time, and he had a lot to do with a lot of the narratives that was going out in the space. A funny thing happened. Now, mind you, I'm supposed to interview Verb, right? I'm supposed to interview him. I done got the $200 from old boy. I done got it from old boy. Send it back to him. Like, I don't think the Verb in there. I ain't really feeling the culture right now. I ain't finna hit Verb up. I can't, how am I hit Verb up? And the 2 doors down chick just came out and said some crazy ass shit. So I'm like, I can't hit Verb up to do the interview. Now that's over with. I remember Verb said, can't fuck with Chris, shouldn't be in the culture. He really doing this. Like someone with his kind of charges shouldn't be in the culture. Niggas shouldn't even be associated with him. This is all things being said in the space, right? A funny thing happened. Some of y'all might be wondering, like, why you was really going to events in the middle of a case? You had a lot going on. You take a risk going into an event. Like, I couldn't afford to get into a fight, but I was pulling up to battle rap events with an unbiased review hat on in the middle of a case. I ain't even give a fuck. And I pulled up to Max Out 3 1 year after Verb Spaces. 1 year. I pull up to Max Out 3. When I pulled up to Max Out 3, bro, I'm in there with a ChrisUnbias hat on. I don't give a fuck. Unbiased review hat on, whatever it was. I'm in that motherfucker walking around with one person, bro. I run in NHB Mills, Shotgun Suge, Arsenal, Quest McCody, Marv One, hella battle rappers, Hitman Young, yeah, all these St. Louis niggas. I'm walking around outside all through the red. And I ain't saying this trying to brown walk. I'm moving freely in that motherfucker, right? I see Verb. Now, mind you, Verb talk hella shit about me, right? One of the big people pushing this get Chris out of the culture. I'm standing at the front. I'll never forget this, bro. I'm standing at the front. I'm just looking outside. I see a whole bunch of red, just a bunch of niggas just out there. Hitman and pulled up and in SUVs and Young Gill and them outside, Be Magic, a whole bunch of St. Louis niggas out there. Verb comes around the corner to the front to try to see what's up with getting people in. Like, he's trying to get all these niggas in, right? You know what I'm saying? ARP is like, I don't know what Verb on. All these niggas ain't getting in for free. Verb just getting in with his pluses, and that's it. Everybody else better have a ticket. Verb is trying to get these niggas in, right? He hits that corner. I'm the first person he see. Me and Verb is like this, right? You know, I don't really be forgetting a lot of slander shit that niggas be saying. Verb did one of the most whole things you could ever do, bro. That nigga tried to shake my hand, bro.
Hey, Chris, I'm gonna make this quick. I ain't finna hold y'all up. You trying to play this little soft ass game, nigga? When I was in Atlanta, your bitch ass shook my hand, didn't you?
On everything I love, the nigga tried to shake my hand in the venue. So I thought about it. He was like, oh, what's up, Unbias? Extended a hand. I looked at it. Now, at this point, never really had a problem with Verb. Like I said, I was supposed to be doing an interview with him and everything. Always respected the craft, everything like this. Didn't really have a problem with Verb. I didn't really care too much for the URL slander and everything, but just on a personal level, never had a problem with Verb. But every time I go out, I make sure I shake all these hands. It's the mark out tour. That's all it is the mark out tour. There's a lot of people that talk on the internet that when you see them, they so different in person. They so different in person. I'm not saying everybody's not like that. You know, Twerk, Ace Amin. There's a few other people that I can vouch for. There's Hitman is one of them. That's really a run up on you in a venue about some stuff you said. When I saw Verb, all I kept thinking about for that split moment was Chris shouldn't be in battle rap no more. People with his charges shouldn't be in battle rap. Got to get Chris out of battle rap. Chris shouldn't be allowed in battle rap. When a nigga saw me, bro, it'd be really shocking when people see me. It's almost like I ain't really no celebrity or nothing, but you really don't expect to kind of just run into ChrisUnbias at a battle rap event. Verb was a little taken back. We hit the corner and it's like, we like this. I'm standing right there at the front by the lady too, and he up at the front. When he extended his arm, bro, I said, I'm gonna mark him out. I'm gonna mark him out. I did the same thing with Bill Collector. Ran into Bill Collector at King of the Dot. Bill Collector wasn't talking shit though. I ran straight up. I walked straight up on Bill Collector. What's up, Bill? Stuck my hand out. That way when Bill talk all this shit online, ChrisUnbias in the case, all this kind of stuff, you shook my hand when I saw you in person. Where I'm from, you are marked out. Verb extended his hand like a hoe nigga. And when I saw that, I was like, let me mark this nigga out. I shook his hand and we just kept it moving.
You trying to play this little soft ass game, nigga? When I was in Atlanta, your bitch ass shook my hand, didn't you?
See, I ain't want to interview with Verb no more. Like, once he said all that stuff in Spaces, I was kind of cool on Verb. Like, the interview was over with. And plus, part of the untold truth was, I want to be able to tell you some stuff that you ain't been hearing from battle rappers. Verb was so vocal in Spaces, every day in Spaces for hours on top of hours. It was kind of like he killed the untold truth energy. Like, they see you every day. They talk to you every day. It's no, I guess, great thing to get an untold truth from Verb. He's so outspoken. What am I going to talk about with Verb when he talks every day? I kind of lost interest of doing an untold truth. And plus, I didn't really respect what he said. But I'm like, here go a nigga that claim he from St. Louis, claim he don't get down with these niggas and get down with these niggas, and he ain't about this life. And I'm like, when a nigga saw me face to face, the nigga literally tried to shake my hand. This whole ass nigga tried to shake my hand, but I'm supposed to be this sexual assault guy that don't need to be in a culture. It's like, bro, when I run into these niggas that I don't fuck with in this culture, I never speak to these niggas. I never shake their hand, nothing. I don't give them no energy, no nothing, nothing. I don't change who I am because I ran in it. What do you think happened if I run into these colas and these battle truths? I'm never going to be switching up. If it's fuck you on this internet, it's fuck you when I see you in person. Verb showed me what a hoe he was that day, because I was like, I always had them charges ever since 2017. I was always fighting the case. I was always winning the case, doing my thing. But for $400, you can be bought, Verb. I was going to buy you for an interview for $400. Mister, we can't associate with anybody with these charges. For $400, I was going to buy your story. You can be bought. When I realized you could be bought, I was like, this nigga is a prostitute. He online with trannies. He doing interviews with people he think he shouldn't be doing interviews with. I'm like, you are compromised to the point you don't even have no morals. You'll do anything to chase a dollar. And when you that desperate, the things you do are amazing, bro. You see it all the time. I drive around this country all the time. Some of the shit I see is amazing what people will do for $1. Some of these homeless people and these people on these streets or whatever the case may be that run up on your car and want to clean your car and do whatever, they'll do every fucking thing for $5. Herb, you a prostitute, bro. And you got marked out. You just showed what a whole nigga you are. You literally showed what a whole nigga you are. So when I see you talk tough to Geechee Gotti about what you'll do, it's all cap. When I see you talk tough to Hitman, it's all cap. When I was like this face to face with you, your whole ass tried to shake my hand, bro. I can't respect no shit like that. Not when you can get on the internet and talk all this crazy stuff, and then you want to lie, oh, this is why Chris doesn't like me. I wouldn't do an interview with you. Yes, you would. Yes, you did. A nigga cashed out me $200 to do an interview with you. $400, $100 an hour. I remember all the details, Verb. I'm going to play y'all something. This is an exclusive right here. I'm going to play y'all something so that you know I'm telling the truth. Verb is in this audio saying, oh, ChrisUnbias don't like me because I wouldn't do a 4-hour interview with him. How do you even know it's 4 hours? How do we even get that far in a conversation if you didn't want to do the interview?
ChrisUnbias tried to pay me to come sit down and do an untold truth with him for 4 hours.
See, this the fraud shit I be talking about. See, if a nigga type me and say, I want to interview ChrisUnbias, if I don't want to do an interview with you, bro, because I don't really fuck with what you got going on, I don't like you as a person, I don't think you should be in the culture, I'll just tell you I'm not interested. I'll tell you fuck no. I'll tell you no thank you. Whatever it is. There's not going to be a conversation about it. I don't need details. I'm not going to do the interview. So no, I'm not interested. Why are you in an audio saying the interview is 4 hours? How do we get to 4 hours?
ChrisUnbias tried to pay me to come sit down and do an untold truth with him for 4 hours.
Because I didn't start off telling you it's 4 hours, Verb. I started off with, would you like to do an interview? Then it's, oh, you don't want to be doing the long interviews. You know what I'm saying? If it was something short, I'll do it. But, you know, you be doing it, I got to charge you. Okay, well, how much? We finagled around some prices. Then we came to $100 an hour for 4 hours. Why are we talking so much about an interview that you claim you didn't really want to do?
Unbiased got mad at me because I wouldn't do an interview. I wouldn't come do an interview.
I'm just trying to show y'all the proof right here of what Verb is saying. Verb is telling you it's a 4-hour interview. That 4-hour part comes after multiple messages on the DM of trying to work out a price, work out a time frame, figure this out. Then we get to, okay, $100 an hour for 4 hours. Why do you even know it's 4 hours? After all, I thought you didn't want to do the interview, Verb. That's how you know he agreed to the interview. We just didn't do it. The 2 doors down shit happened and we didn't do the interview. Verb was locked in, bro. 4 hours for $400. Dangle some money in front of Verb. You can get anything you want. He's a fucking prostitute. And that's when I realized Verb was a whole nigga, bro. Verb talked all that shit online. Chris shouldn't be in the culture. Chris this. We got to get Chris out of the culture. Go back and listen to them blogs that he had with Mickey Fax, Wave 7, Bonnie Godiva, Hustle. Go listen to all them. Look how he was talking in them blogs because they was grinding me up and he was basically agreeing with them. But when I saw Verb 1 year later, bro, he did not keep the same energy. And when he extended his hand, he was marked out at that point. I didn't try to shake Verb's hand. Verb hit the corner, saw me, and the first thing he do, oh, what's up, Unbiased? Sticking his hand out and shit. I'm like, bro, look at this lame ass nigga. I thought I wasn't supposed to be in the culture. I see every fucking person in this culture, bro. Anwar, Verb, Bill Collector, Coach Corleone, NHB Mills, Tone Bro, Cola, the list goes on. Everybody that has had a problem or said something about ChrisUnbias, I have seen these niggas. And when I saw these niggas, because you know they love to talk about the case, when I saw these niggas, I still had the case. Niggas talk all that shit online and never keep the same energy when you see me. I've never had anybody ever approach me about anything I ever had going on outside of battle rap. So when Verb hit that corner and shook my hand, he was marked out, bro. He was marked out. It was then he became a pussy nigga to me. I'm like, yo, you really talked all this shit online. As soon as you see me, you trying to shake my hand. Where I'm from, you get marked out. That's why I shake niggas' hand. That's why I go to events, shake niggas. I don't have no problem with these niggas. These niggas have a problem with my existence in the culture. I don't have a problem with them. If you got a problem with me being in the culture, I will respect you when you say it to my face because I see all these niggas. I ain't some battle rapper that came back and didn't go to events. I've been to all these events, bro. I seen all these niggas. Rosenberg, Raw. You're going to see niggas that talk shit about this stock drop list now. You're going to see them. They're going to all talk shit. Easy to Block Captain, Battle Facts. I've seen all these niggas before at events. All of them. They never keep the same energy when they see me. And because of that, I don't respect it. And Verb is just another pussy ass nigga that I saw that tried to shake my hand like a whole nigga. And for that, gotta go on the list. ChrisUnbias. Man, subscribe to the channel, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. ChrisUnbias.